Wow, look at that. So beautiful. We are going to be live from the forest this morning. Hello and welcome to your Thursdays this morning. We have a lovely show
We
today.
do have a lovely show lined up for you. Josie is celebrating the beautiful autumnal weather. She'll be live from our This Morning forest this morning, looking glorious and resplendent there, Jose, in your favourite habitat. Talking to her shortly.
But first, in the studio today, Nick Ferrari and Sonia Soda are taking us through today's top news stories. Morning, Sonia.
Also, we've got mum of 7 and wife of boxing legend Tyson Fury, the Gypsy Queen herself, Paris Fury, is going to be on the sofa. She films a brand new series of a hit reality TV show.
Plus, did you watch Celebrity Traitors last night?
Did we ever? Literally the television moment of the decade.
It was, since I didn't think I could love Celia Imrie more, but now I do.
If it wasn't just for her foul language, her flatulence is just glorious, isn't it, Sonia?
Oh, it's so good. I actually rewound
But it sounds like I'm in for a treat when I watch it tonight.
To be fair, you can't see it, you just hear it. And that's enough.
And then Claudia breaks. So good. 3 celebs gone in one episode. If you haven't seen it yet, well, we'll just give them a bit of a spoiler, but you'll watch it again and again.
Yes.
One of them will be live in the studio this morning. Who's it going to be?
If you've got any questions, we can't explain who it's going to be just yet, but if you've got any questions for any of the traitors that you think it might have been who've been banished, then do get in touch with us and we'll put them to her a little bit later on. Dr. Scott, he's had his fingers in his ears because you don't want any spoilers. You weren't listening then, were you?
Literally, you guys are breaking my heart, so I don't want to know who's on the sofa. I don't care, la 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 la.
The thing we do care about, though, is an important warning for pet owners. Shocking reports reveal that vets could be overcharging for medicine, Scott.
Do you know what? I'm really going to have to control myself today, guys, because I'm so angry about this particular report. It basically validates your vet and puts all the blame on the people that actually own the practices, which is not vets. But what we're going to do is try and help you to navigate a way through the processes and just explain to your vet you need some financial support, you need help to be able to navigate through to get the best treatment for your pet, but not get fleeced. And that is what this is going to be all about.
OK.
Excellent, excellent stuff. And finally, but last but not least, Gok is with us to give 3 of our viewers a fabulous makeover today. We'll meet them very, very shortly.
See you in a bit, Gok. As we said, Josie's in the forest all morning. Morning, Jose. How is it down there? It looks glorious.
Oh, good morning, Ben. Good morning, Kat. It's absolutely stunning down here. I was walking through, and I love this time of year anyway. We are going to be celebrating everything autumnal. The colours. I love dressing for this time of year. I love going for long walks this time of year. And we've got something even better for this time of year because we've got 3 of what I like to call this morning's Charlie's Angels. Just look at them. They're an absolute picture. We're joined by Juliet, we're joined by Hazel and Alice Beer today. And Juliet, you're cooking some adorable cookies, aren't you?
Yeah, absolutely. Some autumnal-themed cookies. I mean, just looking around, all the inspiration here, we've got some lovely leaves and acorns and squirrels. It's just such a lovely time of year, isn't it? I love all theming everything like to autumn, and it's so delicious. Perfect with the hot chocolate.
It's the time of year where you whip out the tea and you whip out the biscuits, isn't it? It's the perfect time of year. And Hazel, we're going to be doing some foraging.
Yes, we're going to be making the ultimate autumn-winter wreath, just full of colour, full of texture, and using ingredients that everyone can forage from their gardens. We're a real treat.
Cannot wait for that. And Alice Beer, tell us what you're doing because we are going green.
We are. I shall be eating the biscuits mostly. That's why I'm here. But also, sometimes we need a little incentive to make those green choices. And I'm going to be showing you how you can go down the high street and make money and save some cash, as well as making good green choices.
Well, my Charlie's Angels, I cannot wait for that. Yeah, keep with us. Join us in a little while because we've got lots to look forward to. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Josie.
Thanks, Josie. It's glorious down there, doesn't it? Absolutely lovely. Before all that, we're going to start with today's headlines. Sonia Soda is here in the studio with us, and Nick Ferrari is there at LBC. Good morning to you, Nick. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
And we have another day, and we have more headlines, Sonia, about the Duke of York, extracts from Virginia Giuffre's posthumous memoir. This one claiming the Duke was entitled and considered it his birthright to sleep with her when she was just 17 years old. There were accusations, of course, he strenuously denies. But yet again, there's more of these headlines and more reasons for the Duke of York to be on the front of the newspaper.
Absolutely. And I mean, this is really tragic. Virginia Giuffre took her own life a few months ago. So this book
this autobiography that she's written is coming out after her death. And she does sort of... We already know quite a lot about what she's accused Prince Andrew of, you know, the sexual abuse and the rape, which, as Ben says, it's important to note that he strenuously denies. These allegations have never been tested in court. There was a civil settlement where Prince Andrew paid her quite a big chunk of money, but that was with no admission of liability. But, you know, I think it is an important book, and there is more in there about her feelings about Prince Andrew, particularly this line that she's saying that, you know, she feels the Duke was entitled, considered it his birthright to sleep with her when she was 17 years old. I have to say, you know, these allegations have never been tested in court, but there are things like eyewitness accounts of Prince Andrew being around her, for example, where, you know, there are questions that have certainly not been answered, shall we say, even though he strenuously denies the allegations. So I think this is just... I think this is just kind of like a very tragic moment, really, because there is no question, you know, allegations about Prince Andrew aside, there is no question that Virginia Giuffre was a victim of wider sex abuse and trafficking at the hands of, you know, that network, coordinated by Jeffrey Epstein, who is also now dead. So for me, this is about kind of reflecting on the words of a woman who is very brave, who is no longer with us anymore, and what she said, I think.
Nick, the book is published next week. She finished writing it, Nobody's Girl, last October, 6 months before she tragically took her own life, aged just 41. And it is sort of, you know, regardless of what we know already, the detail of what's coming out and what she's put in the book is as Sonia was saying, is just awful to read and understand how exploited and sort of taken advantage she was.
Yeah, I read a lot of it this morning, and I won't share some of it with your viewers because it's highly inappropriate. Look, what actually happened between the two is only known to two people, and one of them, sadly, is now dead, so is only known to one person. But I want to take this conversation a slightly different way, and I want to take it to the King, because the book is scheduled for publication next week. There already some excerpts have been seen, and it will plunge the crown in crisis yet again. And you have King Charles, who we know has not got great health. He's battling a fairly serious health condition, although he's in good shape and clearly having the best of care, and we wish him nothing but longevity. He's got the issues, of course, with his younger son, Prince Harry, and again, we wish that a successful conclusion, but there does seem to be a war of words. We see there are certain allegations made overnight by his daughter-in-law, Meghan Markle, Prince Harry's wife. Again, no one knows the veracity of that, whether they were frozen out. But at the very heart of it, and tracking back every single claim, every single story, every single negative headline, is one man, King Charles, who you would hope his family would be there to support him. Now, undoubtedly, the Queen is, and I think William, and he seems to enjoy a very close relationship with Kate, which is great. But spare a thought for this man. He's tuned into public opinion. Remember the funeral that we witnessed, the sad funeral of the Duchess of Kent just a couple of weeks ago, where you actively saw Prince William try to physically distance himself from the Duke of York, who continued to get close to him. He tried to engage in a conversation with King Charles. It looked like a pretty terse conversation from the King's end. And here come those headlines again that Sonia rightly alludes to, and it will be just more pain and more damage limitation that the Crown has to take on as of next week. Tough times at the palace.
We should say again the Duke has strenuously denied any of the allegations that have been put out there. But as this book is published next week, as you say, Nick, it's going to only increase all of that interest.
OK, let's move on to our second story this morning. And apparently the number of penalty points issued to drivers has more than tripled in 3 years as speed camera offences surge. Surely this, Nick, is to do more with the number of cameras that we've now got up everywhere rather than everybody suddenly speeding.
Totally right, Kat. I think we have the 4th highest number of cameras that are there across the whole of the world. I want to make this plain. I am not supporting speeding motorists for 1 second. But we've also had the introduction in a lot of towns and cities of a 20-mile-an-hour restriction. And some people are getting used to that. Again, I am not excusing speeding. And something that's been made a lot of conversation on the radio this morning from a lot of professional drivers, i.e. lorry drivers who are out on our motorways, are how the speed on many motorways, you have a lot of average speed checks. Again, you should restrict it. But they also point out you can go from 70 to 50, and then down to 40, and then back up to 50 on certain stretches of the motorway. And they tell me, these professional drivers, they are policed and monitored in a way that we've never seen before. So you're right, it is a considerable increase in the amount of points, but I do think there are mitigating factors. Kat, as you rightly say, the huge number of cameras, and again, I want to make the point, if you don't break the speed limit, you won't be in trouble. I understand that, but there are some mitigating clauses, such as the cameras and this 20-mile zone, and a lot, and I'm sure you've noticed, I don't know how often you guys are on motorways, but if you use motorways, you do see quite a lot of fluctuation of the speed limits.
Yeah. Sonia, in the UK, some police forces are being urged to use drones as well to monitor speed limits.
I have to say, I mean, maybe it's partly because I don't drive regularly. Right. I do have a driving licence, but I don't. So I'm a fan of this in that I know people will feel like they're being caught out. And maybe it feels quite harsh if you're only 5 miles per hour over the speed limit. But the reason why we've got 20-mile-per-hour speed limits in in many cities and towns, and yes, it is really frustrating when there's not much traffic and you feel like you're crawling along. I do understand that. But the reason for it is because we know it's so much safer when there are accidents. You know, we always hear that phrase, speed kills. It's true. It makes a huge difference whether a car is travelling at 30 miles per hour or 20 miles per hour. If, for example, you were run into a child who runs out on the road, it's the difference between whether that child lives or not. So, yes, it's a bit of an incursion into our lives, but there is a really good reason for it. There's a really good reason for speed limits. And I do think that, you know, it is a really big jump in penalty points, isn't it? But it works as a deterrent because I know people who've been caught out by it, who've had to go and do the speeding course in order to avoid getting the penalty points. And people there after that are much more careful because they don't want to get the penalty points again, or they don't want to do the speeding course again. So I know it sort of does end up feeling a bit like a Big Brother state, but I do think actually it's maybe no bad thing and it does save lives.
Nick, you're shaking your head there.
I was, Kat, because where I'm with Sonia, 20-mile-an-hour restrictions outside schools, hospitals, old people home, of course. But, Sonia, I mean, I drive, perhaps not every, I'm certainly in a car every day. I probably drive almost every day. I mean, Westminster Bridge, Southwark Bridge in London, 20-mile-an-hour restrictions in the dead of night when there is no one there. Again, I am not condoning speeding, please get me wrong, but that is just ludicrous. And also, I'm not saying it should be 70 miles an hour, but there is no reason on earth why some of those bridges cannot be, because there are precious few pedestrians, and at night, there are no pedestrians. And before you say cyclists, they have their own secure area anyway, which is fenced off on most of those bridges. So that is where, when you get to a school, yes, 20, a hospital, yes, 20, a heavy residential area, 20, but not areas like that, I would argue.
Yeah, let's move from speeding police to parenting police. Kim Kardashian, Nick and Sonia has had enough of the parenting police. She faced a lot of criticism for her 12-year-old daughter's fashion choices a while ago. She's been talking on a podcast. Let's have a little listen to what she had to say.
Any mom of a teenager or a preteen, unless you've been here, please, we just need a little bit of grace. It's really hard. She's, usually a girl that dresses like a tomboy most of the time, and she wanted to try something that her friends were wearing and went to the same place that they went to, and they all got these, outfits, and then she wears them, and it's just okay, wait, maybe you can't wear that, And so as a mom, you're kind of learning at the same time.
I think, unquestionably, parents are learning as they're going along. As she points out, she's learning in front of the glare of the world's media, but of course that is something that she's encouraged because she and the daughter have had an Instagram account and get together since she was 8 years old. She's only 12.
Yeah.
Sonia, what did you make of...
So You know, in some ways, I just feel squeamish talking about the clothes of a 12-year-old because it just doesn't feel fair, right? She's a child and she's only 12. And it feels incredibly harsh that there are people judging her on her clothes, you know, in public, in ways that she probably can see on social media and stuff. So I think that's the first important thing to say. But, and there is a but here, you know, Kim Kardashian says she's learning as a mother, and that's honest of her. It's very difficult to take back when you thrust your children into the public eye when they're very, very young. You know, children at age 8 cannot consent to being basically made part of your parental brand. You know, you've got a joint TikTok account. I think that's very unfair too on the child. And I think there are some celebrity parents who are now learning that maybe they shouldn't have thrust their children into the public eye and made them part of their brand, because it starts to get extremely difficult, because it's not fair for this child to be judged in public for what she's wearing. And it's not only her mother's putting her front and centre that has led to this, because let's face it, some of the celebrity gossip media are pretty damn mean anyway. And once they know that somebody is somebody's kid, you know, they'll pick up on it. But it is partly a product of that. And I do hope that this is a warning to other celebrity parents. You know, fine, you do you have your own brand, you know, make a lot of money out of it. I just think keep the kids away from it. I really do.
What did you make of it, Nick?
Piling in on a 12-year-old is beyond tasteless, but Sonia is right. You, Ben and Kat, both have children who are far closer to that age than mine. My children are in their 30s now. And I had 2 sons, Ben, as you did. I would never have exposed them to that at any age. It's tough enough as it is entering your teens. Definitely. If you're fortunate or unfortunate enough to have someone who has some kind of media profile, then actually I think that makes it a little bit tougher. My boys fortunately did pretty well, but sometimes if I said something really asinine on the radio, of course they copped a little bit, and they were very, very good-humoured about it all. But I can't ever imagine, Kat, that I'm going to see you berating with your children or anything in this fashion, because, again, it is utterly wrong that a 12-year-old is being criticised. But as a mum or a dad, you have to be careful. If you put, it's a bit like what I say about the tabloid press, isn't it? If you tweak the tail of the tiger, don't be surprised if it swings round. If you start putting your child on socially, unfortunately, and I'm not justifying, there are going to be some negative comments coming your way.
I think you're right. It's hard to backpedal from it.
Definitely.
Also, we come from this generation where nobody saw our baby pictures.
No.
Right? And I made plenty of mistakes along the way and probably looked awful and all of those things.
I can't imagine that, Deeley.
Yeah.
Believe you me, I'll show you one day. But you know, it's one of those things where nobody saw them. Nobody saw the mistakes.
Absolutely. And any parent of daughters will know they're always going to have that struggle with them about what's appropriate to wear, what isn't like. You get that with every daughter. Like, we did that ourselves with our own parents.
Well,
you know, you will not leave the house wearing that kind of thing. And it's horrible to live that in the public eye, but I do think there are steps that these parents can take to try and make it better and protect their kids
the
more.
conversation I had with the boys about me doing topless men's health covers and stuff, and how inappropriate that is at my age. And as you say, the grief they've copped from their mates.
Reverse parenting going on there.
Putting more and more layers on. It's been brilliant.
I'll tell you what, you've solved Halloween for me now, Ben. I think I'll do a topless shoot for Halloween. That'll get the horrors going.
Have we got time for any more? One more.
Well, we're doing one more.
Yeah.
Okay. Does a tidy child prove you're a good parent? This is really a question
it's
for you.
very relevant for this.
You have been moaning in production.
Our Jack particularly is not the tidiest. You've met Jack, Nick, and he's a charming, lovely, affable young man.
He's gorgeous.
And does a lot of things brilliantly, but finding a way of putting his clothes away or putting them in the wash basket rather than near the wash basket on the floor is not one of his talents. Apparently, there's a survey that reveals that the tidier you are, the better you are as a parent.
Having a tidy child is apparently proof that you've been a good parent.
It's definitely my fault, Nick.
It's your fault, for sure. Nick, what about your lads?
I've met your lad on a couple of occasions. I have actually asked him to get me some video evidence of what your bedroom's like. So once I can see that and just how tidy it is, Ben, I'll come back to you and I'll let you know.
Yeah. He would love to be able to do something underhand like that. Fortunately, Mrs. Shephard's there as well to keep things a lot tidier. Do you think there's anything to this, though, Sonia?
Well, this is a survey, so lots of people ask, what do you think are the signs of good parenting? And, you know, it's being tidy that's come up, it's having respect for elders, you know, that sort of thing. And I don't think it's a surprise. The one thing I will say, though, is, like, having a wonderful, well-behaved child, it's great, it's what all parents aspire to. But you do have kids with behavioural difficulties, like autism, etc. And, you know, if you've got, like, a 7-year-old with autism, they are sometimes going to melt down due to sensory overstimulation. They may do that when they're a bit older as well. That is not the parent's fault. So, yes, it's lovely to have very well-behaved, well-trained children, shall we say. But, you know, it is not the only sign of good parenting. And if you've got a child who's acting out, that might be due to factors that have got nothing to do with the parent.
Were your boys tidy, Nick?
By and large, yes, not too bad, actually. But then we had the staff, of course, so they went in and they tidied the bedrooms as well.
That definitely helps, doesn't it? Especially if it reflects on the parents. Thank you both for the time being. Nick and Sonia are getting back with us after 11 o'clock with more headlines.
But now we've got a very special makeover today. Gok is on a mission to give 3 of our viewers a whole new
there
look.
they are.
Not doing it. We're not doing the makeover. We've changed it up completely. We're just going to go to the pub, aren't we, girls?
yeah.
We're just going to go to the pub. We're going to have a couple of drinks. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Love you, bye.
Only joking. We've got 3 of our gorgeous girls. Did you say, oh, shame? Bernie's up for the pub. 3 of our gorgeous girls all want makeovers. Karen, why are you here?
Because my daughter's getting married in November and I've short 3 pound of 6 stone loss, weight loss, and I still shop for the size that I used to be instead of what I should be.
So it needs to get you ready for a winter wedding.
Yes.
It's going to happen, my love. Bernie, my darling, why are you here?
I'm here because I've just retired from the NHS, a nurse for 49 years, and I've always just worn uniform to work, so I've no idea what really suits me.
Oh, I am going to go to town on you, Bernie. I am going to go to town on you. And Mel, finally, you, my darling, why are you here?
I've got an MBE for the work I do with the military community in Kent. And I've got to go to Palace, and what I'm wearing is my normal dress.
So I'm going to get you ready to collect your MBE. Milady. Oh, bow, bow. Everyone bow, bow now. Right, OK, you're going to see this. This is what my girls look like right now. In a very short amount of time, they are going to be gocked within an inch of their lives. You do not want to miss it, but we've got to start working now. So you spin round. We've got to start. Love you, bye.
Love you, bye.
Amazing.
I love all the smooching that goes on.
There's a lot
as
of
well.
smooching, a lot of cuddling. And if anyone's going to get her ready to meet the king or queen, it'll be our Gok. Amazing. Right, then, coming up next, Paris Fury is joining us, talking about the plans for a 16-year-old daughter's shock engagement and why husband Tyson wouldn't last a day in her shoes. Not least because they're very high heeled. See you after this.
Hello there, welcome back. In just a moment, she's known as the Gypsy Queen. Paris Fury is going to be here chatting to us.
First, though, we want to hear from you in today's phone. Halloween is creeping closer. We're talking childhood superstitions, everything from black cats to broken mirrors.
So if you've got a superstition that's holding you back, the Speakmans are here to help. Who are you going to help this morning, Nick and Eva?
Yes, we are here to help, and it's quite interesting, you know. We are quite a superstitious lot, and a recent survey showed that 40% of us carry some form of lucky charm.
Yep, so superstitions, we've said black cats and we've said mirrors, but have you got a superstition that's really troubling you? It might be the number 13, it might be a magpie. What about walking over 3 drains, cracks in the pavement, umbrellas, under ladders, or have you got a superstition that perhaps we've never heard of? We'd love to hear from you.
There you go. So, any sort of superstitions. Let us know if you've got a lucky charm as well. Do you carry a lucky charm?
I don't. Do you have a lucky charm?
It's got lucky pants, but it's not sure it's the same thing.
How old are they?
That counts.
Does that count? That counts.
Does it?
Absolutely does
How old
count.
are you,
Well, they're
lucky
from I think it's from the last football match I won.
Which was?
A few years ago. But you can't wash them. Give us a call. You can't wash the luck away.
Oh,
that
I don't
is
know about that.
That is
I don't know about that.
What?
Yeah. Tyson has a pair.
Tyson's got a pair. There you go.
We do wash them, though.
Oh, OK. You can wash the luck away. You can't do that. Give us a call for free on 08000 30 40 44 or scan the QR code that's on the screen. That'll take you to our free This Morning app. We need to get in touch by 11:15, so you've got about 45 minutes and to be 18 or over.
OK, competition time now, and Andy Peters is showing us the sights of New York with a chance to win £90,000 and a 5-star holiday to the Big Apple.
New York, one of the most famous cities in the world. And you could win a trip right here, plus £90,000. But the countdown is on. You've only got until 3 p.m. on Friday to enter. We'll fly you and 3 friends, premium economy, right here to New York City. You'll stay in a 5-star hotel. You'll get tickets, VIP styling, to see Stranger Things: The First Shadow. And we're also including $2,500. Don't forget about the star of the show, £90,000 of tax-free cash. You really don't have long left to enter because we're going to close the lines at 3 p.m. on Friday. Someone is going to win £90,000, and remember, you'll get that trip right here to the Big Apple to New York City. And I'm going to take the subway home. Good luck. For your chance to win, text PRIZE to 86060. Text costs £2 plus one standard network rate message. Go to the website or enter via the This Morning app. Entries cost £2. You can call 09077 06 6060. Calls cost £2 plus your network access charge. Or post your name and phone number to CD42, PO Box 7558, Derby, DE1 0NQ. Entrance must be 18 or over. Lines close at 3 p.m. on Friday the 17th of October. We'll be calling the winner live between 7:30 a.m. and 1:30 p.m. after all entry routes have closed. Good luck.
Yeah, thanks, Andy. Good luck with that. Now then, our next guest first gave us a ringside seat into her extraordinary life back in 2023, letting us see exactly what it's like being married to boxing legend Tyson Fury, all while raising 7 children. And she didn't hold back.
You chose a bad day. I don't know why you chose today. Because tomorrow's school. You ain't having that. They're not selling it and we're not stealing it. Adonis!
Spider-Man!
Oh, my goodness. What happened to all your hair?
Mum, I don't want to go to bed.
I don't care if you don't want to go to bed. You're going to bed.
You insulted me. So, to be honest, I don't want to deal with it.
Let me bite you. I'm excited.
Don't wobble the boat.
Another 25 kids.
30.
That's like that.
I love it. It's absolutely delightful.
Paris and Tyson are now filming a second series of At Home with the Furies, and Paris joins us now. Paris, I just got to take my hat off to you. I do not know how you do it with 7 children. What's the secret?
8 if you include Tyson, though, right?
100%. The biggest child of them all. There is no secret. It's chaos every day. I just sort of wing it on a daily. I try and keep a bedtime routine. That's my only piece of sanity. Right. But other than that, it is just a hectic life, but I enjoy it. I was talking about this morning, that I really embrace the chaos. I must love it. I thrive off of it.
Does it ever get on top of you, though, ever? Do you ever just kind of go, everybody just stay away from me for a second and I'm going to lock myself in a little room?
Very, very rare. Right. Very rare. And that's usually caused by Tyson, not the 7 kids. Very rare. But if I do, I usually last for all of 5 minutes, blow my top, and then I'm good again.
Right.
Back
then
to the
you're
business.
good to go. Because you've got your film crew with you today, and you're in the middle of filming, or coming towards the end of filming series 2, is that right?
It's the end. It's near the end of We've been filming for about 5 months now, a long time.
Wow.
But it's nearly finished. And I just looked there. I said the other day that it's like having a home video encapsulated. I know everybody else gets to see your home video, but it's so lovely to look back on them and see the kids so young. It makes me smile looking at that.
Those little lovely memories and moments. I think Tyson struggled first time round with what was happening, but he's actually embraced it a bit better this time.
Yeah, I think it's because Tyson was busy with his career. He was boxing at the time. He was, organising fights, going into camp. They couldn't have the cameras in camp. It became like a chore and a difficulty, where this time he has got all the time to balance it and enjoy it, and he's not being... Tyson can be a child and, you'd say, right, we need to be here at this time, and he'd be like, no, I'm busy, I can't do it. Where now he's enjoying the process.
And everything is such a process. You've got remarried 3 times?
We have, yeah. We've renewed our vows again.
Are you going to do it again as well?
No, we're done. We're maxed out at 3. I said 3rd time's a charm. We got married, obviously, when I was 18, when we was young. We had a giant, big family wedding. Then we renewed our vows for personal reasons, just me and him in New York years ago. And then this time we said, he asked me, should we renew our vows? And so many of my friends have made fun of me. They're like, oh, yeah, get married again. But I enjoy it. And I actually feel like it relights that little flame of, like, we love each other and we're going to get married again. And it was beautiful to have the kids involved, because the girls got to be flower girls. And the only one who wasn't keen was Venezuela. She was a bit like... Come on now, you're a bit old for this.
Because she's a bit too big for it.
You're a bit old for it. Yeah, clearly.
But lovely that you could share that moment with them as well, especially the little ones. It's interesting that Venezuela's saying, Mike, come on, Mum, because she's now got engaged.
Yeah, obviously, she's probably looking, thinking, they're doing this and I'll probably be doing this. She probably knew at that time I might be doing this.
Do you think she did?
I think she must have, yeah, because it wasn't long before she got engaged. So she must have thought, this is going to be me and my parents are doing it. Oh, my God.
What do you think she's going to do for it?
I don't know. She said she'd like to have a wedding, she'd like to keep it small, but she's just got engaged and she's enjoying this moment. She's not in a rush, so as it stands, she's just enjoying where she's at, I think.
And seems very in love.
Yeah.
She's quite young, though, as well.
Yeah,
Paris.
she's very young.
I thought, well, do you and Tyson worry a little bit about the fact that, you know, she's only 16 and she's got a whole life ahead of her?
Not at all. Venezuela is so mature for her years. Venezuela has done so much, even in such a short time, just because of who she is and the fact that she's got 6 younger brothers and sisters that she's helped bring up. I can't deny it. And she is very mature. And in the last 12 months, I've found that I've been doing work with Venezuela. Venezuela's been doing, you know, different shoots, interviews, working on social media. And I've given her all options in life, and she has chose this path. And I can't deny her, because I was 17 when I got engaged. So she's obviously following in my footsteps, so how could I judge her in any which way? I know she's young, but I think she's found the person that she loves, and if she's happy, I will completely support her.
So tell us what's going to be coming up in this second series. Are we going to see more of Tommy and Molly May? And
Tommy is on the series. Molly, I think, at the time, whilst we've been filming, has been very busy with her own documentary and her own series.
Right. There's quite a lot of cameras going on around.
There's a lot of... Tommy's doing one, we're doing one, and Molly's doing one. They're all in the edits, like, making sure they don't all come out at once. They're going crazy. But... yeah, Tommy, I think, is on the show. I don't think Molly is, because obviously when we've seen Molly and Tommy together, it's been in personal time without cameras.
It's lovely to see them back together as well.
Oh, it is beautiful to see them together, yeah. I mean, all relationships are hard and you go through good times and bad times, and I am so pleased they're doing really great at the minute.
So what else is on season 2? Tell us what happens.
Season 2, there is Venezuela maturing and growing and doing her different things. You know, she was following different work avenues. Prince has started training in boxing. The younger kids are all in school. And there's just our hectic life of me and Tyson. We renewed our vows. We had birthday parties, we've had celebrations, we've had highs and lows. There's a lot on there. There's an awful lot going on in our home. Just daily, there's a lot.
Paris, how do you look so amazing, though? I mean, genuinely, you've got all these kids. As you said, you do something like 23 loads of washing. You've got Tyson's madness and the chaos. You've got all the documentaries going on. How do you look after yourself?
I have to look after myself. At the moment, I've been taking Eternal Collagen for the last few months. It's a brand that I'm endorsing at the moment. And before that, I always believed in taking your vitamins, eating well. You know, if you can get a bit of exercise. I know busy people, busy mums, busy parents, you can't always get to a gym, but a walk, taking the kids to the park, being active. I am very active at home as well, because I do my own housework and I do my own home and, you know, just in general, racking up the miles, racking up the steps. And I think... you know, looking after yourself is very important. I think taking your vitamins, if you can get collagen. I don't get to get facials and all the luxuries of life.
It takes too long.
It takes too long. I wish I had that time, but I don't have that time. So I have to look after me at home, and that's why I've been taking my Eternal Collagen.
Yeah.
How's Tyson doing mentally at the moment?
He's
just there was
really
quite because Ricky, because of the
Sadly lost
it
Ricky,
was
of course.
so sad, wasn't it?
Well, obviously, we've been filming this, so it's documented that he has had troubles in the past, and he did go through a low point, you know, rest in peace, Ricky Hatton. He heard about it, and it put him in a real slump for 3 or 4 days. It was a bad place for him for a moment, but he's come round, and it just opened his eyes to awareness about what can happen at home, and that you should always talk to people, you know, seek help, seek advice, and that he was speaking to me about how he felt, because it was such a tragedy. I mean, he has such young families, and he was loved by so many people. And it did affect Tyson, because Tyson had a personal relationship with Ricky, especially in the boxing, with training and inside and outside, and their own little daft jokes. They got along. Both being Manchester lads, I think.
Both great characters as well. Big, great characters in that world too. I mean, is he contemplating getting back in the ring out, Tyson, now? Is he, from your perspective, Paris?
He teases with it on the regular. He has had so many different offers, and he always thinks about it. And he says, you know, I'm always contemplating. I'm just taking on offers. I'm just thinking about it. And it always worries me when he says that, because he's promised me he's going to stay retired, but I don't quite feel that he's 100% there.
Yeah, so he may still get back in the ring if the right person steps up or the right offer's on the table.
The offer's been there. I know the offers have been great offers, and he's thought about it, but I think he's got to have that love for it, and I think it's finding that love for it again. And if he wants to do it, I did say to him recently, because I kept denying him, I kept saying, I'm not going to do it, I'm not going to go, I'm not going to support you. And I seen the twinkles in his eyes, and I said, look, if you want to do it again, I will support you. I just don't want you to.
Yes,
Fine.
OK.
So it's kind of watch this space.
Watch this space. It's always watch this space. Tyson could get to 55 and be watch this space. I would never really put my, like, you know, don't bank on it.
Yeah, but that's why we love watching this space. That's what we love about it.
Thank you for coming in to see us. We'll look forward to the new series when that comes out as well. Send our best to the whole clan.
Thank you so much.
It's really lovely to have you.
Nice to see you. Still to come with reports that pet owners are being overcharged at the vets. Dr. Scott's here with tips to help you save without cutting corners on your pet's care.
But coming up next, we're heading over to the Josie, who's foraging in the forest for us. Hey there, Jose.
Hello, Ben. Hello, Kat. Welcome back to the This Morning Forest, where I'm joined by Hazel Gardner, and we're foraging, looking for bits and pieces to make the most gorgeous reef. What are we looking for, Hazel?
We're looking for things that are really going to spring into action and say autumn. So things like bracken, laurel. There's just so much abundance here.
Oh, I cannot wait. And if you see the reef we're about to make, it is absolutely stunning. So stick with us. Back to you in the studio.
Hi there, welcome back now. We are embracing the beautiful autumn season today. Josie is live from our This Morning Forest.
Yes, and she's joined now by award-winning floral designer Hazel Gardner. Hi, Josie.
Hello, yes, welcome back to our This Morning Forest, and we've just been foraging for a few pieces for the most gorgeous reef. So, Hazel, can we take a look at the standard?
Yes, now I don't want to scare you, Josie, because anyone can do this, but this is what we're aiming towards.
Right, the bar is high, but I think we got this. We've got this.
We've got this.
That is
do it.
Absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
Can you imagine that on your door?
Stunning. What a gift.
Right.
What an autumn gift.
I need to know everything.
So what you want to do is you want to start with your reef base.
Okay.
We're going to be using a 10-inch reef base today. That's much larger reef base. That's like 14. But you can also get like willow reef bases. What you don't want to use is the foam ones.
Right.
I'm a sustainable florist, so yeah, we just steer clear of anything that's got foam in.
Lovely.
So yeah, just search like wire reef base and it will pop up online. So the first thing you want to do is add this moss, which is sphagnum moss. Now, I get this from a floral supplier. Okay. You don't want to take it from the forest. You want to be, mindful of insects and what, nature needs. So what you want to do is if you get some here, and what this does is make sure that your reef is hydrated and it gives a lovely base as well to your design, because we don't want to design just straight onto the reef. So I've got some real wire here. You can use string as well, so it's completely kind of combustible if you were using a willow base, and we're just wrapping it over.
And Hazel, does it work better if it's a little bit damp?
Yes, it's really nice. It's actually a bit like Velcro. It like really sticks together.
Okay.
So we have it, and then if it gets a bit dry, you just spritz it, and then it kind of comes back to life. So it's a really good thing to have, especially if you want to keep making. But we'll go over to our making station. We'll just grab our scissors.
Oh.
So what you want to look for when you're doing a wreath is, obviously we're nearing Christmas, but we really want to celebrate Halloween. So and everything that's kind of autumnal. So we've got obviously bracken here. We've got laurel, both amazing ingredients because they're really long-lasting. The bracken will just dry.
I just think nothing looks more gorgeous than a proper autumnal wreath on your front door.
It's stunning. It's stunning. And I just think, more and more people are getting into designing and decorating and craft. It's lovely. So what you want to do is basically to make a wreath, it's making little bundles of foliage and adding them on. So if I add on this one for you, and you could make them, obviously you would have bigger bunches if you were doing a bigger wreath. This one we're using about segments that are 5 or 7 inches in length.
And you just literally wrap it with this wire
around. And then when you add your next bundle, so I've got loads of things here: beech, buried hedera, lichen, sunpine, and it's really, this is where your creativity comes in, and you just wrap it over.
Okay.
So your next bundle will just cover the stems of your first bundle. And then it's really quick to just start making a wreath. It really is like something that you can do with children. It's a really great thing to do.
And you never let go of this wire, you just keep wrapping?
Keep that on until the very, very end. And what you can remember is you can make sure that you have like dried materials in there, or you refresh things. So once you've got your base down, what I like to do is add extra thing, more and more in my world.
Just can't get enough,
Can't get enough. Yeah. So we've got things like crab apples here, which we've just put on a little cocktail stick, wrapped it with floral tape, and then what you would do is just poke it in there.
Oh, lovely.
So, yeah, so you
have a crab apple.
Yeah, I do have a crab apple. And other things like rose hips, teasel, things like that. And even if you really wanted to shout Halloween, we've got gourds. Again, just on a stick, and you pop them on.
Do you know what? If somebody gave me this as a present, I'd be absolutely delighted, because the work that has gone into that, and it's very personal, isn't it?
And this is the thing, like if you're foraging from your own garden, it's personal to you. You're using ingredients that you've grown yourself sometimes. Yeah, it's just a really lovely way to show your personality. And then in terms of, so we're going to keep on building here.
Okay.
And it is quite a quick process. You don't really have to overthink it. And what you want to do is just to make sure that you're continuing going round the circle. And obviously, if you're using a bigger wreath base, then you'll need more ingredients. But that's why you want to have lots of different ingredients to keep that texture and movement in your wreath.
Just layering up all the time.
Exactly.
So we've got a bit of... What's that then?
That's a rose hip.
Okay.
Really, really pretty, really lovely. And then once you've finished your wreath, like how do you actually take care of it? So it's a really important thing. So the sphagnum moss is great because what we can do is we can spray the back of the wreath as well. So what that will do is keep your stems at the front hydrated.
Yep.
All you need is like a little spray bottle, and you kind of like do that each day. Obviously, if it's very wet and it's on your front door, you don't need to do that. If you have it inside, as a lot of us like to do, what you want to make sure is you don't put it near a radiator or anywhere near an open fire, because it will just dry everything out. So a little bit similar to kind of dried flowers, how you look after them.
Just getting out with the kids, just foraging for the simple bits.
Exactly.
And then making this with the, it's lovely, isn't it?
It's
Getting the
lovely.
whole family together, making a wreath.
Yeah.
Everybody's into wreaths now, aren't
Yeah, and this is the thing, they're not just for Christmas, Josie. They're not just for Christmas. And yeah, and if you are foraging outside, what you want to just check is that you're foraging. We've got such an abundance of bracken here, so we want to just make sure that you're just taking a small amount. Just be very mindful if you're taking things from outside. But yeah, it's just a joyful task. And even me, who's been in the industry for 10 years, I'm still not over making a wreath, Josie.
I'm really getting into this. Yeah. I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah.
But I've only got halfway.
Well, that's fine, because let's say it's asymmetrical.
It's asymmetrical.
It's asymmetrical.
There we go. They're like eyebrows, aren't they? They're sisters, never twins. There we go. So there's my half a wreath. But let me show you. You keep going with this, and this is what you could end up with. Oh God! God! Sorry about that. There we go. This is what you could end up with. I'm going to give this to you, Ben, and I'm going to give this to you, Kat. All right. So there we go. Back to you in the studio.
I think I got the fuzzy end of the lollipop.
Yeah, I think you
there.
did. I love that, Josie. As it should be, quite rightly. That's spectacular,
Thanks,
lovely stuff.
It's made with love.
A lot of love.
It's my
Not much skill, but a lot of love.
Lot of love.
That's how we love it. We're going to be back with Josie a little bit later to the forest. In just a moment, could you be paying too much for your vet's bills? Dr. Scott has details on the shocking new report suggesting pet owners are being overcharged.
And Gok is working his makeover magic. But what will our viewers think of their new looks? We'll see you in just a couple of minutes.
Hi there, welcome back. Now that we're talking vet bills shortly with Dr. Scott and whether you've been paying too much.
But first, a reminder about our phone-in today. Are you superstitious to the point where it's affecting your daily life? Well, the Speakmans are here to help. What kind of things, Nick? Eva?
Yeah, do you ever, if you've got a superstition that makes you feel uncomfortable, for example, you spill the salt, what do? You see a single magpie, do you have to salute it?
Yeah, and maybe, like, you're somebody that can't put new shoes on the table. Maybe, and this is quite a new one that we'd heard about cracking eggshells. You can't put full eggshells into the bin. You've got to crack them up completely. You know, if you've got a superstition and you're like, I have no idea where that comes from, and you sort of stops you doing things, then give us a call. We'd love to hear from you as well if it's unusual. But we might just be able to help you start to feel better about them by telling you the origin.
Yeah, good stuff. Give us a call for free on 08000 30 40 44. You can scan the QR code that's on the screen to get involved using our Free This Morning app. We need to get in touch by 11:15 to be 18 or over.
OK, competition time now, and lines close this Friday on your chance to win £90,000 and a holiday to New York for 4 people.
4?
That's great. Andy Peters has all the details.
Welcome to New York, the city that truly never sleeps. And don't you be napping, because I've got an amazing 2-part prize. £90,000 and a holiday right here to the Big Apple. Oh, Empire State Building, that. £90,000 is up for grabs. But the clock is ticking as lines close at 3 p.m. this Friday. The New York holiday is for 4 people, and you'll also get VIP tickets to see Stranger Things, The First Shadow, right here on Broadway. You'll stay in a 5-star hotel, have $2,500 of spending money, plus you'll get return flights in premium economy. Now listen, it's a 1-week-only competition. Lines close on Friday. £90,000 to spend on whatever you like, and a holiday right here to New York. Oh, I wonder where I could shop. Good luck. For your chance to win, text PRIZE to 86060. Text costs £2 plus 1 standard network rate message. Go to the website or enter via the This Morning app. Entries cost £2. You can call 09077 06 6060. Calls cost £2 plus your network access charge. Or post your name and phone number to CD42, PO Box 7558, Derby, DE1 0NQ. Entrance must be 18 or over. Lines close at 3 p.m. on Friday the 17th of October. We'll be calling the winner live between 7:30 a.m. and 1:30 p.m. after all entry routes have closed. Good luck.
Yes, good luck. Now, if you've got a pet, you'll know just how expensive a trip to the vets can be.
Yeah, but shocking new findings suggest many owners could be paying twice as much as they should be, with average costs soaring by 60% in the past 7 years.
Well, as vets come under pressure to drop prices, Dr. Scott is here to tell us more. But first, this is what some of you had to say about your own experiences with eye-watering bills.
Back in April this year, our beautiful spaniel Ernie inhaled a grass seed. He had to have a third of his lung removed, and it cost us £12,000 in vet fees. Because of that, we've had to postpone our wedding and potentially buying a house as well as had to go on hold.
My dog had to have emergency surgery after being unwell for 2 years. She eventually passed away a few months later, and the whole bill came to 11 grand. You don't realise how much you're going to have to pay until you get to the end and they say, oh, that'll be several grand, please.
2 years ago, my dog Sky went suddenly lame. The MRI cost £3,000 and wiped out my insurance. I was then quoted for an operation for £8,000. I was forced to crowdfund, and in the end we avoided the operation, but I was terrified I would lose her.
I mean, some of these bills are just so expensive. Lily had 2 cruciate ligaments, and like you said, I think that was about 10.
Yeah, look, and I can't tell you the level of anger I have about the whole process, because you hear those stories and you think, that's the vet. The guy or the lady in front of me has forced me to pay an incredible amount of money. But this CMA investigation, Competition and Markets Authority, have come to the conclusion that actually it's the corporate overlords that are forcing a massive increase in the prices. And what's happened to my profession is that we have sustained the most aggressive and brutal campaign where it's people yelling abuse to the vets themselves. And what you have to remember is that we're people. And it's true, I kept saying on this program, when a vet wants to be a vet, we do it because we love animals.
Yeah.
We never think, oh, that's a good way to earn money. People that do that, investment bankers. And guess who runs the veterinary industry now? It's big corporate investment bankers.
So, Scott, can you explain what's happened then? Why it's gone from being the vet that owns the vets and is doing it because they love the animals to suddenly these big corporate entities that are buying them all up? What's gone on?
Yeah, absolutely can. So there was deregulation of the Veterinary Surgeons Act that allowed non-vets to buy veterinary practices. That was in 1999. And then in 2013, 10% of veterinary practices were owned by corporates. Today, it's 60%. And during that time, as we've said, the increase in prices, they went up 63% between 2016 and 2023, which was double inflation at 32%. Now, again, what we have to remember underneath those figures are that veterinary salaries didn't increase even to the level of inflation. So when you look at that person, you think they're the ones that are earning from this. They are not. It is the people that are running these practices that have forced these increases. And some of them have been exorbitant and consistent without thought for the person holding the lead or the person carrying the basket.
But can the vet not push back? Can the vets not get together and say, look, hold on, this is absolutely exorbitant. You cannot force us to charge our clients these prices?
When you've got a computer system, you've got a practice management system that comes up with a price, you have to charge it. And if you don't, you get pulled up. So those people will be in trouble if they don't charge accordingly and effectively for the work they do. Now, I must caveat it by saying that we as professionals will only provide services that are needed, and we can provide excellent care these days because the improvement in technology, the ability to provide after-hours care, 24 hours hospitals. Some of those instances there, particularly like the pythorax case. So the dog had swallowed or sniffed up a grass seed. It had gone through, penetrated its lung. It's got pus in the cavity between its lung and the rib cage. That is life-threatening. That dog would have had to be in hospital for days and days and days, intensive care, overnight care. That's all expensive. And we have to remind ourselves that because as humans we have the NHS, we have no idea how much it costs us to go into a hospital and get the issue that you need. So, for example, we talk about your dog. You go in and get your cruise ship repair fixed here. You walk out, you go, well, you probably don't walk out, you limp out. But then you go, you know, OK, great, I'm fixed. But you don't realise that's thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds. And that's the disconnect, is veterinary medicine is private and human medicine here in the UK is public.
So you were talking about treatment then if you actually go into the vet, but what about the medication, like all the follow-up afterwards? Can you get that online? Is it cheaper?
You can. Now, with medication, because smaller practices, we're like a corner store. So it's kind of like you go into Tesco Extra, it charges more if you go to a big Tesco. And it's all about convenience. So when you go there, they have to charge more than what they buy it for in order to make profit, to be able to pay the vets and feed their families, right? So that has to happen. So, but we can't compete with the big online companies. So what we've done is you can ask for a written prescription. It does cost money to get that, usually around £20-ish. You get that, and then you can go and buy it from the online pharmacies. Normally, you can get up to 6 months' worth. The reason it's limited to 6 months is because the animal, we need to reassess them to make sure that the drug is working effectively and the animal is still healthy and there's nothing that's changed. But medications is definitely something you ask your vet, you ask for the written prescription and you're away and you can go and search yourself.
These soaring prices and being driven by the corporations that are buying up all of the vets, Scott, is there any form of regulation that can come in to control those prices?
Well, our governing body is trying to gain that control, but at the moment, all they can do is sort of point and say, you know, the vets are doing something wrong, but they've never had the ability to point elsewhere. And so they're working towards an ability to try and regulate prices. One of the biggest things that's come out of this is transparency of saying, you can go to a vet clinic saying, how much will these things cost? They should be publishing amounts that things charge, which we've been forced not to be able to do up until this moment in time.
Because?
Well, it's basically been felt that you would suggest that your veterinary practice was better than someone else's because you were advertising these prices. Whereas now, it's very, very upfront, and also you can ask for an estimate. So you can, and you should get that anyway. That's always been the case, for me anyway, where you say, OK, this is going to cost this amount of money. We can never say it's exact because your dog might suffer a reaction to a drug that we use. We might need more pain relief. It might get worse. There might be other issues involved. So it's always an estimate. So that's really important to realise.
And insurance is always a must-have, isn't it?
Hugely key, yes.
Yeah.
We're not saying that, look, get insurance and we're going to charge you more. We're going to charge you the same amount, but at least you're protected from those massive bills.
Yeah.
Is there any common pet issues, Scott, that you think can be avoided?
Absolutely. So obesity, classic. Keep your dog leaner and there's less issues on the joints, their heart, their skin, the respiratory system. Dental disease, very, very common. And keep your dog's teeth clean. But when you come into us and we see this tartar build up, we'll want to remove it because we don't want to. We wait until the point where the dog is losing teeth. That's not revenue raising. That's preventative medicine. And I think as well, knowing your dog better. So many people. When I do talks about animals, I'm like, OK, what's your dog's heart rate? And they're like, well, I don't know. I'm like, well, then how do you know how many compressions to apply if your dog needs CPR? And also things like I've had people come into the practice go, oh, there's this little lump and it's just down here. And I'm like, That's a nipple. But I have to charge you because you've taken up 15 minutes of my time that someone else could have had. So we don't want to charge people for things that they don't need.
Yeah.
And the veterinary profession is oversubscribed at the moment. So, know your dog better and cat better. And I think that, we can come to some relationship.
That's great. Thanks, Dr. Scott.
Thank you, Scott.
We'll be back very soon, right after your local weather.
I know.
Hello there, welcome back. Nick Ferrari and Sonia Soda are with us to discuss more of today's hot headlines. And I think this is going to be one that we all kind of agree on, actually. Prolific shoplifters are being tagged for the first time to set off alarms when they go near stores they've previously targeted. Sonia, is this the way to go?
Definitely. And I think it's actually quite nice to have a good news story about policing and enforcement action that might be working. So this is one police force. I think it was Sussex? Yes. So essentially what they're doing is these are people who've been convicted of shoplifting. Mm-hmm. There are orders in place that they can't go to certain parts of a town or near certain shops that they shoplifted on. But, that's quite a hard thing to enforce. What this police force are doing is putting GPS tags on people. It's very clever. So that actually, even when they're 300 metres away from the edge of their exclusion zone that they've got to keep out of legally, otherwise they risk being sent to jail, there's a little bleep that goes off, and the police can let shop owners know that that sort of established shoplifters are in the area, repeat shoplifters are in the area. So I think it helps people be sort of more aware, but also it really deters, because, some of these people keep doing it.
They're prolific,
They're prolific. They do it again and again and again.
Yeah.
And it's terrible. If you speak to shoplifters, I'm sure you've had some call into your show, Nick, shoplifters, if you speak to shop owners,
yes,
this is costing a huge amount of money, a huge chunk of their business, a huge chunk of their profits at a time when actually a lot of businesses are struggling to stay open on the high street.
Yeah.
So if we can help them by keeping these repeat shoplifters away, great. It's a good use of technology, in my view.
I think quite often they don't know what to do with these people. They're literally just scooping kind of products into bags.
Awful. Stand by, if I was going to blitz you with a few numbers, but this gives you... You talk about the most prolific 10% of offenders. Well, they're responsible for 70% of the thefts, which shows that you've got that hardcore. Shoplifting has hit a record high, more than 530,000 offences, costing £5 billion a year. So anything that can be done to address that. And you're absolutely right. I have taken heartbreaking stories of small businesses, typically often corner shops, and I am not supporting it for a moment, but the giant supermarkets, unfortunately, they can live with it. They shouldn't have to, but they can, because they are in most instances running with fairly healthy profit. The profit margin on a little corner shop, the profit margin on perhaps a little pub or whatever it might be, nicking whatever, is so slim in some instances. This is the matter between commercial life or death. So good luck to Sussex. Hope it works.
Yeah, and if it does, it gets rolled out across the whole of the country.
Absolutely right. We'll watch with great interest.
Let's talk communication between fathers and sons. Stephen Graham, of course, the star of Adolescence and many other things, is calling on fathers to write letters to their sons about what they wish they had known when they were younger and what advice they would pass on. It's part of a broader book that he'd like to put together to help young men try and come to terms with what it's like to be a man when they grow up. Nick, is it something that you and your sons did you communicate well, do you think?
No. Well, yes, we did communicate well. We didn't do this. I think this is a brilliant idea. And I'm speaking of I had two brothers, so I was one of three sons, and I went on to have two sons. Now, mine is quite a different set of circumstances, because when my ex-wife and I decided to call it a day, they actually stayed with me. So I raised the boys. So you become very, very close, because effectively, they watched me learn to cook. Not particularly well at the start, I've got to admit.
They had to taste it
they did. They always said my cauliflower cheese, you could either fill holes of the wall in it or just pour it straight down. It was never the same, never the same consistency twice.
Cauliflower cheese is quite hard to get right, though.
Tell me about it.
To be fair to you.
So we did get a very, very close relationship, and I'm very lucky. They're now going on to have their own children, which is fantastic. But I think at the heart of it, and of course, what we didn't have, and you did just with your lads, is social media. This giant, which we talk about, and you have with yours, this giant beast. So, of course, they were on their phones to their mates, but it wasn't anything like the same level. So I think it's a great idea, but to answer your question directly, no, fortunately, I had, because of the circumstances
Yeah,
after the
you were
divorce.
very connected.
Yeah, I was with the boys. Yeah.
I'm lucky that I have a very close relationship with,
I know, I've seen you with
my
one of your
two, and we talk about all sorts of things.
Yeah.
And but I was saying when we were chatting about this earlier, actually, when I got to 19, 20 and I got off travelling, I wrote a letter to my father to apologise for my behaviour as a teenager, trying to, and understanding, sort of going, look, reflecting on how I'd behaved and how he had tried to father me, and that I understood what he was trying to do all those times. All the times we clashed. I was the youngest of three. I was definitely
all boys.
my elder brother and a sister in the middle. And I went away on my own and sort of was able to reflect on it. And I didn't realise, but he kept that letter in his briefcase. He took it every day to work. He took it with him for the rest of his career.
Wow.
And it never dawned
that's
on
so
me. But it
moving.
never dawned on me that
Yeah.
what I was writing would resonate with him. And I suddenly realised the power.
You must have been an absolute terror.
Oh, no.
Your poor dad. Keeping that letter
To
the
be
rest of his
honest.
working
I
life.
didn't even ask
But it's
him for
that
That's
sort of, you know, the power of communication.
True,
Sonia.
authentic communication as
Absolutely.
well. Because quite often, I think, sometimes with parents and children, you're sort of doing all the day-to-day stuff. You know, you're not having always those deeper emotional conversations. I have to say, as a woman as well, we do talk a lot about the world that girls are growing up in. It's a very difficult world to be a girl. And sometimes I think we should talk a bit more about the pressures on boys as well, because it's also this world, you're absolutely right, Nick, social media. Boys are getting, just in the same way that girls get all these messages about how you've got to be beautiful and thin and your body's got to be exactly the right shape. Boys are internalising some of those messages too now we know more and more, you know, about how you've got to be sort of beefy and manly. And there's so many stereotypes about what it is to be a man in this modern world, as well as what it is to be a woman. And some of those stereotypes are quite harmful. So I do think we need to sort of have a lot more compassion for our young boys sometimes in the world they're growing up in. And positive role models, you know, obviously, it's great if boys can have a really positive relationship with their dads. We know that's very important. Not all boys will get to have that. So other positive male role models, particularly, you know, we've got a school system, particularly at primary school. It's very, very female-dominated, you know, teaching as a profession, for example. So I think just making sure boys have got those positive male role models to look up to is very, very important.
I think it'd be really interesting. So it's going to be a book that that's going to be published by Bloomsbury next October, and it's called Letters to Our Sons, and it's all about trying to help them understand what we've learned once we've grown up and what we wish we'd known as a teenager as well. I think it's brilliant.
He really is a top bloke.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Really is a
So
top
clever.
bloke.
Yeah, so
really
clever.
good. Good luck to him.
OK, this next one is, new research has revealed that Brits are so freaked out by sending messages that we spend an hour a day agonising over what to say. You're giggling.
Well, I know,
because you told a story not that long ago.
I know. It was about, and this was going back a long, long time in my career when I was working at the Sun newspaper.
Yeah.
And I was in a meeting where Rupert Murdoch, you might have heard of him, had a certain view on something that needed to be done, but it was moderately confidential, and I was meant to then send it to a colleague, and I managed to send it to everyone in the Sun newspaper, including, I think, the guys in the catering department. So everybody knew the boss's view. So I must admit, until you reminded me that I told you that story, I do go quite slowly, but I mean, I don't have that much time.
No.
I've got to deal with it fairly quickly. There's so much going on here all the time.
You can understand why mistakes are made and sometimes the wrong people.
But sometimes I always have to double check. Like, if I'm sending a message complaining to a friend about another friend's behaviour or like something they've said or something they've done that's annoyed me, just letting off a little steam, you know, I always double check I'm sending it to the friend I meant to, not the friend that it's about.
Yes.
That's quite an easy thing to get wrong as well. You've got to be very careful about that.
There's also a level of etiquette too. The study shows that 2 in 3 Brits put off opening texts, 66%, as they're worried about the guilt of leaving friends on read.
I do that. I
Do you do that?
Yeah, so basically, if I get a WhatsApp message come in, I'll see it and I'll, like, look at what it says, but I won't read it until I'm ready to reply to it, because I don't want them to see that I've read it. Yeah, she's not replied. Even though, like, other people do that to me and it's fine,
Sonia,
but
take read receipts off. You can get rid of that stuff. You don't have to have them on.
I know, but then I like
Sort
knowing
your
when
settings.
people... but then I
OK.
like
So
knowing
you
when
like to
people
know.
have read my messages.
Lots of our viewers have been
exactly.
getting in touch. They've done this. They've made the mistakes, which is why we all agonise. Amy says, I sent an I love you text meant for my partner to his brother instead. His brother replied with, "I love you too."
Oh, God. Where's Deirdre?
Kate said, "I once sent
Jerry
a
Springer
complaint
more like.
email. I once sent a complaint email where I attached a really important document. I did it on my phone, accidentally attached a photo of my cat, looking very grumpy with the line, 'Please see attached document.' It wasn't the right document, but I feel it gave the same message."
That's really funny. He says, "I sent an LOL to my male workmate. His wife was not amused because she thought it meant lots of love."
Yeah, it's text language as well. You can get yourself in trouble
You
there.
can, or emoji language as well. That's even worse. Karen says, "I am guilty of that. I meant to send pictures and videos of a girls' night out to one of my friends, but I have a few contacts with the same name, and I accidentally sent them to the vicar's wife." Oh, dear.
There's a book in this.
Yeah, there really is.
A funny book in
Well, there's definitely a podcast because they were on with us last week.
Yeah.
Weren't they? I'm sorry I seconded my boss.
Absolutely.
We had Jordan and Thingy on.
Yeah.
Thank you both for joining us. Good to see you both.
Excellent.
Right then, coming up, last night, celebrity traitors had not one, not two, but three shock exits. One of them is joining us live in the studio. We're not saying who just yet, though, are we?
Not yet. And coming up next, we're heading back to our forest to join Josie and baking queen Juliet Sear, who's making her delicious autumn biscuits. We'll see you after this. Will we get one in the studio?
I hope so.
Oh.
On Wednesday, prepare for a host of familiar faces. He's the nation's favourite entertainer, Anton Dubek.
Hello, my loves.
Unwavering and uncensored, Piers Morgan.
I don't care if you love me or hate me, as long as you watch me.
And honouring Britain's unsung heroes, TV trailblazer Carol Vorderman. Wednesday on This Morning.
Hello there, welcome back to your Thursday this morning. Lots still to come between now and 12:30. Joe's has been having fun in our forest all morning. What you got next, Joe's?
Well, I have been frolicking in the forest, Cat. I've had a lovely morning. It's been great out here. And Juliet Sear is making these absolutely gorgeous autumnal cookies. Juliet, tell us more. They're so cute.
They're super cute, aren't they? And they're dead easy to make. No, you don't need any special equipment. All inspired by our lovely foresty surroundings.
And how nice does it feel to be doing cookies out here?
It's really fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
Brilliant. I love it.
Not only that, we've got Alice Spear here, and she's going to tell us how going green can actually save us money. Alice, tell us more.
Yes, we all really want to make good green choices, but sometimes it's hard to change those habits. So I'm going to show you how up and down the high street you can get financial incentives to make green choices.
Lovely. You do not want to miss it. Join us in a little while.
Thanks, Joyce.
I'm fuming.
I know you're fuming about the biscuits.
Yeah.
Hey, can I just check, Alice, is that a good green choice that you made with that coat?
You seen, I'm all right with it. I'm all right with it. You're saying something, Ben. Just because you're at distance, it doesn't mean that you can be rude about my clothing.
Would you like me to kick him in the shins for you, Alice? Because I can deal with that straight away if you need me
If
to.
you could. Yeah.
There
That'd be lovely.
you go.
Thank you, Kat.
Done.
That's a good green choice made right there. Thank you, Josie. We'll be back with the girls down in the forest shortly. Also, we were on the edge of our seats last night watching the traitors. Goodness me, we're not saying who, but one of last night's victims has swapped the castle for our sofa. Any questions you might have, depending on who it is, just send them in and we'll put them to them in just a bit. Reveal all a little bit later on.
And we've set Gok a Thursday challenge. This is Mel, Bernie and Karen, who've all asked for his help. He's backstage right now working some makeover magic. Oh, he is actually working.
Yeah, for a
Normally,
change.
he has a manicure.
Don't you pretend like I don't do anything, honestly. I've had a very busy morning. The girls are looking incredible. The hair and makeup team are doing their business. I'm sorting out their nails. You are going to see them very, very shortly. You saw what they looked like before. You wait until you see them when they're all dressed up. They're going to look gorgeous.
We can't wait. We can't
And I
wait.
don't do feet. I only do hands. Don't do feet.
Thanks, Gok. So that's Alice Beer's top tips for how to go green and save money at 11:50.
We have got the latest celebrity to be kicked out of the Traitors' Castle on our sofa at midday.
And Gok is giving 3 of our fabulous viewers a makeover with the results at 12:15. Okie dokie, let's head back to Josie in our forest now for a little spot of baking. Take it away.
Yes, welcome back to our This Morning Forest, where we are celebrating all things autumnal, including Juliet Sear's lovely, beautiful cookies. Juliet, They're lovely.
They're cute, aren't they?
Yeah, could you tell us how to make them?
Absolutely. So I've got a really easy biscuit dough here.
Okay.
And it's a nice one to do because it holds its shape. You can make any sort of shapes at all with it. And it's good because it's robust enough to hold the icing, because we are going to be decorating them.
I couldn't
so
help myself. I'm so sorry.
Well, that's it. Well, I
dug
expect
in already.
that's to be expected. So start off by just creaming your butter and sugar. So it's nice and sort of like pale and fluffy. And to this, I'm going to add a bit of vanilla extracts for these. Just doing some nice vanilla cookies. But if you wanted to, you could do kind of more cosy seasoned flavours. You put a couple of teaspoons of cinnamon in there, or ginger, or a bit of pumpkin spice might be nice. It's a sort of recipe where you can just flavour it how you want.
Now we're talking a little bit of cinnamon.
Bit of cinnamon's nice,
nothing
isn't it?
screams autumn, does it?
Yeah.
Like cinnamon.
And then I'm going to add an egg into this. Just one egg. Mix that through.
Lovely. It's all coming together now.
All coming together, and then I'm just going to turn it down a bit because I don't want to cover us in all the flour.
Okay. Yeah, because I've got my lovely coat on.
No, I don't want to ruin that lovely coat. And then literally, you're just beating your flour slowly. You can just use a wooden spoon if you don't have a mixer. I'm not going to completely carry on doing this for a few minutes. We're going to get to this bit. But basically, you mix it together completely until you've got a dough.
Here's one I made earlier.
Oh, it's beautiful.
How about that?
It's fantastic. So, yeah, you want to roll out your dough.
Yeah.
And then just time to cut out the cookies. So we've got lots of different autumnal shapes here, like a little squirrel. You can have a go at cutting one out if you want.
Oh, thanks, Juliet.
It's caring and sharing.
God, it feels so...
It's nice to do it together, isn't it? And
together forever. It feels so wholesome in the forest today, doesn't it?
It does, definitely. Like, we should have got a tent here and stayed and done some camping out overnight.
Do you know what we should? And I've never felt so calm on telly in my life.
Oh, it's
just
lovely.
It's got a real peaceful feel.
All the birds.
I keep saying, if I can give anybody any advice today, is step outside and go for a walk, because this is gorgeous.
100%. So we just cut out the shapes. Obviously, bake them in the oven until they're kind of like golden and crispy. Yeah. So yeah, you can do any shapes you like. If you don't have any cutters, you can also just print off some card and cut around a card. But that's a nice dough. It's easy to use for that. But let's get on to the fun bit. It's all about the look, the decorating for this, and I love it. So first of all, we're going to do, you see we've got some of the lovely autumnal leaves. Yeah. So for that, we've just got some icing in different colours, and just, you can basically mould any colours in you want, and put them into little balls all next to each other, and that's going to give you a sort of marbled effect. So once you start to roll it, you see it kind of like moulds in like this.
And it all blends in.
It all blends in.
Oh, it's all the colours, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's just all those gorgeous, like rusty colours, and the golden sort of colours. So yeah, just you can do any sort of colours you like, and obviously then just do you want to have a go at stamping that out? Stamp out one of these ones.
Okay. Well, which one have we already got? I'll do a little leaf there.
And pop it onto one of these. Now we're using a bit of maple syrup to stick it on with. So you've got a pastry brush there, so you can use maple syrup, golden syrup, and then you can just stick it onto your cookie.
Okay, so there we are. There's my little leaf.
It's lovely, isn't it?
Bit of
maple syrup. Pop it onto your biscuit.
Oh, lovely bit of maple syrup.
So nice and easy, like just a case of marbling, so you've got that effect of all the lovely colours of autumn. Let's get onto the squirrel. I'll do the squirrel while you're doing that. So I've got some lovely orange icing. Where's my squirrel cutter gone? And just cut out your squirrel shape.
Oh, I'm proud of that.
It's good, isn't it? Easy. It looks nice, doesn't it?
But it's nice to just say that you've made your own biscuits, isn't it?
Definitely.
Get a cup of tea out. Get your tray of homemade biscuits. Nothing screams, I love you more. And that was a wasp.
Oh, what's a wasp doing around here?
It really went in my eye.
So I've got a squirrel. So to do the squirrel effect, again, a bit of maple syrup. It's really, really easy to get his fluffy tail. Look how, see the effect there with the fluff on the tail. All I've done is just use a bit of crinkled up kitchen foil. Okay. And that will give you a little bit of texture on your icing, you see, like that, just to make your kind of fluffy tail effect.
You're so clever.
Well, I mean, it's not really a genius, is it?
But it's the hacks, isn't it?
It's just the easy hacks that you can do. You can do it with the kids, you know, it's a bit of fun, something you've got at home. And then lastly, let's get on to our acorns. You can give him a little face if you want.
Oh, thank you. I feel very honoured.
So with the acorn, again, just done one colour, cut it out with the cutter, stuck it on, and then for the top of the acorn, just literally use the same cutter again with a different colour, and I just go like that.
I'm no Van Gogh, but I think that's quite good.
He's cute.
Yeah,
what's his name?
His name is Perry.
Oh.
I don't know why. Perry the squirrel.
Perry the squirrel.
Yeah.
He's brilliant. So it's giving him an acorn to go with him. So that for that, literally, I've just put another piece of icing on the top. Okay. And then just something like a cocktail stick or a knife, and you can just kind of make your indentation like that. See?
Brilliant. To get the kids involved in this.
Get the kids involved.
Artistic.
Nice and simple.
Lovely. And there's your little acorn.
Little acorn, perfect for
Little acorn.
autumn.
How cute is that? Get the cup of tea out. Get the biscuits out.
Yeah.
Have a nice little gossip. Have a nice little chat. There we go. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We've got loads more coming up, including Alice Beer, how you can go green and save money. We'll see you in a little while.
Amazing
Thanks,
stuff. They look
Josie.
cute and delicious.
I know, we've ordered a cup of coffee. It's on the way, but no biscuits, apparently.
Yeah, Juliet, what's that about?
Fuming. The details on today's recipe, check out are free this morning.
Coming up next, is a superstition hindering your life? The Speakmans are here to take your calls in our phone-in. I'm sure they can solve all your dilemmas. See you after this. Welcome back. In just a moment, we're going to be speaking to the Speakmans. One of my superstitions is trying to read out loud. We're going to be speaking to the Speakmans about your strange superstitions on our phone. Sorry, guys, I'll be all right by the time we sit down.
It'll be good. But first, time is ticking on your chance to win.
It's ticking. Time is ticking.
Don't, otherwise I'm going to seal you in ring.
Oh, don't do that.
I'm going to. Your chance to win a 5-star holiday to New York, plus a huge £90,000 of tax-free cash. Andy has all the details.
New York, one of the most famous cities in the world. And you could do in a trip right here, plus £90,000. But the countdown is on. You've only got until 3 p.m. on Friday to enter. We'll fly you and 3 friends, premium economy, right here to New York City. You'll stay in a 5-star hotel. You'll get tickets, VIP style, to see Stranger Things: The First Shadow. And we're also including $2,500. Don't forget about the star of the show, £90,000 of tax-free cash. You really don't have long left to enter because we're going to close the lines at 3 p.m. on Friday. Someone is going to win £90,000, and remember, you'll get that trip right here to the Big Apple to New York City. And I'm going to take the subway home. Good luck. For your chance to win, text PRIZE to 86060. Text costs £2 plus one standard network rate message. Go to the website or enter via the This Morning app. Entries cost £2. You can call 09077 06 6060. Calls cost £2 plus your network access charge. Or post your name and phone number to CD42, PO Box 7558, Derby, DE1 0NQ. Entrance must be 18 or over. Lines close at 3 p.m. on Friday the 17th of October. We'll be calling the winner live between 7:30 a.m. and 1:30 p.m. after all entry routes have closed. Good luck.
Good luck. Now it's time to take your calls, and with Halloween just around the corner, today the Speakmans are here to help you tackle your superstitions. And loads of them actually come from somewhere real, don't they?
They all come from somewhere real.
Yeah.
But the interesting thing about superstition is that it's a belief or a practice. This is a definition. It's not based on reason or scientific knowledge.
So that's a good place to start, because when you know it's not based on reason or scientific knowledge, you can sort of start to think, OK, so this has come from somewhere, and these stories over time get exaggerated. So
OK, let's go to the phone lines, because we've got a lot to try and get through. We've got Thea on line 1. Hi there, Thea.
Hi there.
Thank you for calling in. Right then, what would you like Nick and Evie to help you with?
So I've got a superstition of mirrors breaking, and I actually work in a DIY store where we sell them. So it makes it quite difficult when people come with one in the trolley.
Right, of course, I bet.
I bet you're really nervous when you see those mirrors in the trolleys, aren't you?
Yeah, I don't say much, but I just make a kind of joke and say, oh, are you all right to lift the mirror while I zap it? And then I just get on with it.
Well, let me tell you where this came from. This actually came from the Romans. And the Romans had this belief that your spirit would be in the mirror, and if the mirror broke, then it would damage your spirit, and it would take... And they also had the belief that it took 7 years to regenerate. Yes. So it would take 7 years for you to come back to normal, basically. And whilst that regeneration was happening, you'd have 7 years bad luck. But I want you to consider that there's absolutely no science or reason behind this. And also, and this might put it into perspective for you, because there's a way to negate the 7 years bad luck if you did one of these things. And this, for me, puts it into perspective. You either had to bury the pieces of the broken mirror by midnight, you had to take them into a graveyard and touch a tombstone, or if there was a south-running stream nearby, you put the pieces in it, and after 7 hours, the bad luck would disappear. So when you consider things like that to negate it, then you can sort of realise that really it's a bit of nonsense.
Yeah, ultimately.
So what is it? So is there something that Thea can do then? Is it just sort of replacing it, reframing it in her mind?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's just understanding where it came from, and literally it's a story from the Romans. There's no science behind it. And actually realising there's absolutely nothing to fear at all.
And also, Thea, if it helps, it's not your mirror, because don't forget, you've got to look in that mirror for this story to...
If that was real.
If it was real, to be true. So as long as you're not looking in it anyway, you're pretty safe.
Yeah, it's not your soul.
Years ago, before I went to university, I worked in a mirror-making factory to earn some money to go travelling. And we worked on the end of this really long mirror-making machine. It was enormous, really noisy. And at lunch, I'd see the guy at the other end of the machine go to lunch. I couldn't speak to him, it was too noisy. So I'd leave and go to lunch. But, of course, what I forgot was the mirrors were still going through the end, and I was supposed to take them off the other end. And I came back every lunchtime after lunch, and there'd be smashed mirrors on the floor. And, Thea, honestly, I must have broken about 20 mirrors while I was there.
No wonder you've got no soul. No wonder. It all becomes clear now.
And I managed to get through that. So if that helps in any way, I certainly hope.
I really hope so.
And maybe that's why you now need those lucky underpants.
There you go, Eva. You are
yes, Thea, get yourself some lucky pants and you'll be fine, OK?
Thanks, Thea. Thank you. And next caller is called Louise. Good morning, Louise.
Good morning.
Hi, Louise.
Good morning.
Hiya. So basically what it is, I've just become 9 weeks pregnant. I'm really anxious about getting to the 12-week mark, and I've become obsessed with magpies. So if I see one magpie on its own, I'm convinced something bad's going to happen. And then if I see two, I'm like, that's positive. Nothing's going to go wrong. And I've just become really, really obsessed with seeing them.
OK, well,
I think the first thing to say is congratulations.
Yeah,
congratulations. Thank you.
Yeah, that is lovely news. And I kind of get it. I think when you at this time, it is a bit of a nerve-wracking time regardless. However, the good news is I used to have a problem with magpies as well. So I did the research on this one. And as soon as I found out, Louise, where it had come from, I could literally let it go. So I think we've all become familiar with the rhyme because sort of back in the 70s, there was a TV show called Magpie. And their theme tune had the, the one for sorrow, two for joy, three for a girl, etc. And that's kind of how we became aware of it. But the truth behind this rhyme, and one being for sorrow, where it actually comes back to is a poem. That poem, one for sorrow, two for joy, three for a girl, etc., was written in the 1770s. And the person that wrote it actually was, what they meant was that when magpies, when they get a mate, they mate for life. So when you see two magpies, that will be it. They will be together forever. Now, if one should get hit by a car or pass away, then the partner that is alive, they will stay on their own forever. So in that poem, when we hear one for sorrow, what they're actually saying is sorrow to the magpie because it's by itself and it will be forever on its own because it will never find another partner. So actually, it's nothing to do with us. It doesn't belong to us. The sorrow is actually the single magpie.
For the birds.
Ah, there you go. Does that make you feel a bit better, Louise?
Yes, definitely.
Good to hear.
You can kind of put that to peace now in your head, I think.
And since I let it go, I can honestly tell you, I've seen loads of single magpies, and all I do is I look at them and think, oh, bless them. And it's changed everything, and everything's been fine.
Oh, there you go,
and
Louise.
good luck with the baby.
Yeah,
congratulations. It's really thrilled for you.
Lovely. Thank you so much.
Good luck. Right, we've had this one from Gail. Gail's daughter buried sausages before her wedding. I've not heard of this before.
No, I haven't heard of this.
My daughter got married in the summer and said if you bury a sausage at the venue the night before the wedding, the weather will be good. We purchased a box of cocktail sausages, scattered several around the grounds the night before the big day. It turned out to be the hottest day of the year. Maybe we had too many sausages. Have you heard of this one before, Nick?
Well, we actually heard only this morning that one of the production staff who got married did exactly that.
Yes. No.
Yes, we did. We can't mention any names.
I'm not sure. We didn't get permission to name names.
Yes. However, they had sunshine on the wedding.
Yes, she did. She buried a sausage. Yes. And basically, we know it comes from the north of England somewhere, and we also know that obviously we can't predict the weather. So when somebody can't predict something, they will do anything, even burying a sausage, just to hopefully get a little bit of good luck. We know it comes from the north of England. We know it sort of dates back many, many years. And apparently, a sausage represents hope, prosperity.
OK.
Yeah,
So there you go.
fertility.
Yep, and nothing to do with
lucky pants on,
But nothing to do with
sausage on
weather.
your wedding, I thought was something very different.
I can see where you were going with that one.
Exactly. Have we got time for one
Yes.
last
Yes.
one? Marie, she says, I keep seeing the number
yes.
1111 on clocks in the car, microwave, and when I pick my phone up, for some reason, 1111 seems relevant. What does
This is what's really interesting with this is this falls into the realm of cognitive bias. If you notice that you see something a lot, you then start looking for it more,
Yeah.
and therefore you feel like you see more of it, but actually it's because you've
Yeah.
told yourself to look for it.
So Marie might see 1118, but she ignores that one. It's the 1111. However, let me tell you that I did a little bit of research, Marie. This is great news for you because numerologists actually say that 1111 is the luckiest number. It's the best time to make a wish because it's the symbol of new beginnings. So when you see that 1111, you can celebrate.
And enjoy it.
Enjoy, Marie, enjoy. Thank you, guys.
Thank
That's brilliant.
Right,
Absolutely
we're
brilliant.
off to go and hide some sausages to improve the weather.
Yeah. Yes. Well, we're not. We're heading back to Josie
Oh,
in the
okay.
forest, but it's close.
She's joined by our consumer editor, Alice Beer, going to help us go green and save some money. Hi there, Jose.
Hello, welcome back to the gorgeous This Morning Forest, where we are celebrating all things autumnal, and it is so peaceful, so tranquil out here, and we've got none other than Alice Beer. Now, Alice Beer, you're going to be helping us with how we can go green and also save money, so please tell us more.
Absolutely. Well, we all do need a little incentive to change. We all want to be green, but we've got to change those ingrained habits, haven't we? So someone's got to make it easy for us to be green, or they've got to find us ways to make a little extra cash. And I'm going to just tell you...
That's what
some
we
ways.
love.
I know.
Extra cash.
Who doesn't
That's
love
what
a
we
little
love.
bit of spondoolies, especially coming up to Christmas? So these are just simple things that you can do. Some of them you may have heard before, but it's just got to be change those habits. Let's start with down the high street, ways that you can get a little extra cash by recycling. Start with Boots. Download the Recycle at Boots app. It's different to the Advantage Card Boots app. And you take your blister packs to them. You know, I've got one here. You know what? You have your tablets in.
Yeah.
These are throat lozenges. Take 5 blister packs, put them in the recycling pot, log it on the app. You get 100 Advantage points. That's the equivalent to £1.
I've done this. I've done this quite a few times.
It's really
the tricky bit is setting it up, and then once you're flowing, you flow. It
Once
flows
you're off,
easy.
you're off. And if
Yeah.
you've got, you know, elderly parents or people who are taking statins every day, you know, you've just got loads of these sitting around and you can't recycle them at home. So take them to Boots and get the points. And what do points make? Prizes. If you take 5 of your toiletry or cosmetic containers, any tub, any shampoo pot, if you take them back to Boots, you get 500 points. That's £5 off a £10 spend.
Amazing.
Worth having, absolutely worth having. John Lewis are doing this as well. 5 makeup or skincare containers, you get £5 off a £50 spend. You've got to go and log on to the My John Lewis app for that. So it takes a little time to just think, OK, well, I'm going there. And you've got to have areas in your house, have a drawer in your house where you collect these things and then take them in and get these vouchers.
I'm so proud that these shops are doing this now.
Well, there's a
It's
lot
long
of
time
pressure
coming,
on them
but-
as well, because manufacturers and retailers have to take responsibility for the things that they're making and selling.
Yeah.
So say you've got a kettle that has died on you, instead of the responsibility being on you to get rid of it responsibly and make sure it doesn't get buried in the earth, you can take it back to any electrical store and they have to recycle it responsibly. So there's lots of things, lots of initiatives going on. Lush as well, another high street name. 5 full-size plastic Lush pots. You get a free face or scalp mask worth £10. Who doesn't love a scalp mask? Now, lots of the stores as well are doing circular clothes schemes. So encouraging loyalty, but also it's good for them because you end up in their store and you probably spend money when you're there. H&M have been doing this for ages. Take 1 bag, any clothing, doesn't have to be H&M, or textiles, any condition, hand it over and you get £5 off a £25 spend.
Does the bag have to be full?
No, it doesn't. Just hand them a bag. I've done it so many times. It's brilliant. Monkey, also part of H&M Group. 1 bag, old clothes, old textiles. You get a 10% off voucher. M&S, I love this. Collaboration with Oxfam. Take 1 piece of M&S clothing into Oxfam. You get £5 off a £35 spend for M&S. So the voucher is valid for 1 month. You get a voucher for every donation. And while you're in there, please look at things for Christmas presents in Oxfam. It's a really good place to shop.
All this right before Christmas. Perfect.
I know, it's really good. Shoe, as well as in SCHUH, the shoe shop. Any pair of shoes at Shoe, you get £5 off for £25 spend. And Monsoon as well, take any item of Monsoon clothing in and you get £10 off a £50 purchase. Do all this now. It's so easy. Now, at home, some little changes you can make. Are you still getting a paper bill and yet you are online? You shouldn't do, because you are now charged to have a paper bill.
Really?
So if you can go paperless, you will save money. Obviously, this is not good for people who aren't online, because they're being penalised. BT Broadband, you can save £3 per bill by avoiding the print charges. Vodafone charges £1.54 to print off a paper bill for you. Over the year, that's £18 a year. Now, all these things add up. 18 quid, you might think, well, it's only 4 coffees, but, you know. O2, £2 a monthly bill, or £2.50 for an itemised bill. If you're getting an itemised bill from O2, you're paying 30 quid a year that you don't need to. And it all absolutely adds up. And don't forget, the energy tariffs that are online are often cheaper than the other ones. OK, 3 other things that you should be doing. Washing at low temperatures. I've said this so many times. I'm completely converted to washing at 30 degrees instead of 40. We're all...
Does it get all the stains out, though?
Yes, it does. Try it. Honestly, just try it. It does. So the Energy Saving Trust said that washing at 30 degrees instead of 40 lowers your energy consumption by 38%. And that will save you £30 a year. Just going down 10 degrees. I mean, cleaning cloths and really dirty things, yes, wash at a hotter temperature or soak them first. But every wash, you should generally be at 30 degrees.
OK.
Do you have thermostat walls in your house?
I do indeed.
So by turning it down 1 degree, you can save yourself quite a bit of money over the year. You also save yourself, about £90 a year, but you also save those CO2 emissions just by coming down by 1 degree, say from 22 degrees to 21 degrees. That's enough CO2 emissions to fly you from London to Germany. I mean, it's just crazy. It's such a small difference that we need to make. Other small changes, you know, look at getting an eco-friendly shower head. It aerates the shower head, so you feel you're getting the same amount of water, but it uses less water. You have to heat up less water. You can get a free aerated water head from savewatersavemoney.co.uk. Order a free one online now. It's a no-brainer, saves you money. Also, get that tumble dryer off and start using a heated airer. If you've got the space for that, especially you in your caravan coming up.
Moving into a caravan next week, I need this.
That can save you probably £30 to £40 a year. And the last thing, if you're thinking of redoing any element of your heating, or you've got somebody coming in, get a smart thermostat. It'll make you much more reactive to turning things off completely and turning heating down. Really good. Save yourself lots of money over the year.
Alice Beer, thank you very much. How's your leather trousers next to that fire?
Well, they are environmentally friendly plastic and they nearly went up. So it's OK there.
We're lucky we still got our eyelashes. Thank you, Alice Beer. That's brilliant. Thank you. And we've had a lovely time in the forest today, but that's it from the forest. Back to you in the studio, Ben and Kat.
OK, leave your eyelashes, get some marshmallows.
And those trousers. Just be careful. No naked
Just
flames.
about there.
See you later.
Thanks, guys. Coming up next, we're not saying who, but one of last night's celebrity traitors victims has swapped the castle for our sofa.
Very excited about this. And they say they're stuck in a style rut. Gok is performing a magical makeover on 3 of our viewers, and we'll have the results very soon. We'll see you after this.
Tomorrow on This Morning.
The Fletchers are back.
Celebrating their 4th year in farming, Calvin and Liz join us to share how their flock continues to grow.
Farming's a breeze compared to having 4 kids.
From facing one of their biggest challenges yet to harvesting magical moments.
I can't think of something that would beat this for me.
Tomorrow on This Morning.
Hi there, welcome back. Now then, this is your final warning if you haven't seen last night's Celebrity Traitors, because we are about to offer up some big spoilers, aren't we?
Yes, we were all on the edge of our seats with not 1, but 3 dramatic exits from the castle.
The name I've written down is Nico.
Nico.
Nico. Nico.
You have received the most votes.
I'm a faithful.
I regret going with herd mentality.
I
don't understand why you think I'm a traitor.
I just became aware of your energy change.
Who do we think we should murder? Tom doesn't trust anyone, I don't think.
By order of the traitors, you have been murdered.
What just happened? I just farted.
To catch the traitors, we all collectively have to grow a pair, I think.
Welcome back to the round table.
I still do believe you are a traitor. And you did go on the offensive. That smacks a little bit more to me of guilt.
The slight change in behaviour did chime a little bit with me.
Tamika.
Tamika.
I voted for you, Tamika.
I'm just a bit stunned. I am a faithful.
And we're joined by actress, comedian and soap favourite Tamika Epsom right
faithful.
now.
I was the faithful. Tamika the faithful.
Tamika ever the faithful.
Ever the faithful. Thank you very much.
You were a little bit frightened, though, in that shack in the woods, weren't you?
Mate, I thought I was a goner. I don't care what anybody says. I thought it was filling up. I thought it was filling up. And I'm not the tourist for people, so I'll be the first one to go.
Yeah.
But bless Joe, Big Joe.
Marla.
Yeah. Marla, thank you, Mr. Baku. I didn't forget your name. I'm emotional.
Tamika, that's showbiz. Don't worry about it.
It's
Do you know what I mean?
showbiz.
They're dead to you now. You're out of there.
Yeah.
You're out of there. Firstly, how are you feeling?
Yes.
I'm very emotional.
Are you?
I'm up and down and... You know, you don't want to hear your name, not so early.
No.
Do you know what I mean? From one person, okay, but then from four, and then it's like you're out. I'm like, huh? It took a moment for it to register.
Is it quite hard in that instance where you're around that table and it's so intense and someone suddenly brings up, and Mark was leading the charge. Mark was leading the charge because I think there was something that was cut out. He's been talking on a podcast saying there was something that you slipped up somewhere along the way where you said, oh, I'm a traitor, oh, I mean a faithful.
Yeah.
Never made it into the show, and he heard you say this. It was just you literally made a mistake.
Yeah, I mean, people make mistakes.
But of
It's
course,
like-
if you're sitting next to you and you kind of go, oh, hold on a sec.
Yeah.
Everything you say is being listened to carefully.
Yes, but I would have liked to have thought that I would have seen something before I called it out, because people slip up all the time. I mean, look at Alan. I mean, Alan, he slipped up and called us all,
Or
like
Claire
myself.
when she pulled the thing.
Yeah. So that was like, okay. But you know what? There's 19 of us.
Yes.
So there's quite a lot on the cutting room floor.
There is.
Do you know what I mean?
For sure.
So, yeah.
And it was an extraordinary, and it's been an extraordinary show. How have you found watching it?
Oh, it's visceral, mate. It's in my bones. It's in my DNA. It's in my bowels. It is everywhere. Let me tell you, it's one of those things where you watch. I was there. I know it was on. I was there. But even when you watch it, you're still feeling what you felt that's on the cutting room floor.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And you're like, oh my God, did this happen? And then you don't know what's being said. So we're having a conversation now. I don't know what's being said around the corner or in the next room. So for me, I'm really excited watching it because I want to know what's going on as well.
And you only found out on Uncloaked who the traitors actually were as well. If anybody's missed this, we've got a clip because this is a spectacular, the reality for you.
Mate.
No! Jonathan! But he was so nice! You see now, I thought it might be, but I thought, no, I don't want it to be Jonathan. Meow! Oh no, maybe I don't know how to play the game. Alan! You know something? I want to go back. Where's the driver? No, Alan.
I love it. The big dog theory.
Big dog theory. It's a theory. It's a theory. But the thing is, are you big enough to deal with that? Do you know what I mean? Because Joe Marler was talking about Stephen Fry.
Yes.
Yeah. And Jonathan. And it's like, okay, let's go. Are you going to go for it? But his name wasn't really brought up.
Were you shocked that those guys were the traitors?
Yes, I was. And Kat in particular.
Yeah.
She's played
Kat
the best
in
game,
particular.
I
Yeah, she is.
That girl, I can't look at a cat in the same
She's a
way.
dark horse, isn't
Is there
she?
anybody named Cat? I'm going to
Sorry,
watch.
sorry,
Do you know what I mean? I'm going to watch out for cats.
No, but the best moment, well, my favourite moment so far, Celia.
In the shack.
In the shack, feeling a little bit... Talk about feeling it in your bowels.
Feeling it in my bowels, but I didn't let it out. I didn't let it out.
She did.
Yes, she did.
Let's take a look at
We're
that.
going to watch that. Let's watch.
Welcome to the worst team-building away day experience in history. What just happened?
I just farted, Claudia. I'm so sorry.
Delia.
I'm so sorry. It's nerves, but I always own up.
I know. I always own up too. It's so good.
Do you know what? It's better out than in. And to own it, and she owned it.
She owned it. It was the most important banishment that happened.
It really was. But you should look at Alan's face. Just a little glimpse of Alan's face beside her. I mean, I wasn't in the vicinity, right? The proximity wasn't there.
Can we have a little moment about Alan, though? Because it feels like from the outside he is playing the most brilliant game. When you know how involved he is and how he's got a taste for the murder.
He's got a taste for it. He really has. Because when you're in it, I mean, you're watching and say, oh, you can't see it. But there is so much going on at the same time. Yeah. You know, so you're not going to see everything, but obviously the cameras will. And the way they edit it, you see it and you're like, come on, why did you not see it?
Yeah. So based on everything that you've now seen and you now know, but you've also been inside, who do you think might stand a chance of winning and why?
I think Kat might.
Yeah. Do you?
Yeah.
She's really under the radar, isn't she?
She's so under the radar, but she is so clever. And just how she's playing it just right. She's not out there. She's not too quiet. I think she's got the best equilibrium.
Yeah. My mate Kate has made a bit of a splash in the first couple of shows, hasn't she?
Let me tell you about Kate, yeah? Let me tell you about Kate. Bless Kate. Kate, I love you. I love you, Kate. But my God, bless her. I think it's because we see her in the morning and, you know, she's a presenter and everything. But this ham business, do you know, this over the top, because I actually thought she was going to be a really bad traitor. I thought she couldn't get with killing someone.
Right.
So when we were, I mean, you know, there's so many of us, so you can't make, you know, everything can't make the cut. But she was like, oh, and she's with the hair and the face, and I thought, you can't cope under pressure. You're a traitor. Let's get her out. That's what I thought. I love you, Kate. You know I do. But that's what I thought.
And now you know she's faithful. Literally, that's just who she is. She's just a big ham.
Yeah. Big ham.
By her
she
own
needs
admission.
the prompter in her life. Otherwise, she's a great-looking ham. She's a fabulous-looking ham.
She is.
She's looking ham.
We've got a few questions from the viewers.
Oh, yeah. Hello, viewers.
Can we hit you with a few?
Yes,
Gina
okay.
said, if you could do it all again, what would you do differently?
I would do it again.
Yeah.
And I like to think that I would be a traitor.
So you'd just like to be picked as a traitor to do it?
Yeah. And I think I'd play a little bit like Kat. You know what I mean? Because it was so early, Gina. It was so early because you're doing it. You're trying to... Because my thing was, I wanted to get people that I thought were... I could see something with them. Do you know what I mean? So with Celia, she floated in very, you know, yes, I'm going to be, you know, the new traitor. And I thought, you're the leading lady, Miss Celia. She liked it. I saw her in the cloak.
I love you, Tamika. Do you think you could be like Kat? Do you think you could go under the radar?
Give me a chance. Let me show you that, Kat. Let me show you. I was out too early. I was cut too soon. Hey, listen, don't get me started. Yeah.
We got Liz. No, they're on your side.
You're on my side, yeah. Let me hear it. Let me hear it.
We'll start a petition. Power to the people.
Power to the people for Tamika.
Tamika, Liz says, if you were a traitor, who would you have killed after the first banishment? Who'd go down?
You see, that's a very hard question to answer because I know more now, don't I? I know more.
After the first banishment, you know the first banishment's happened, but then who would you have gone and murdered?
I don't know. I mean...
Would you take out one of the big dogs?
Would I have taken out one of the big dogs? Would I have taken out... I don't know. I mean, one of the big dogs, like, would Stephen be a threat to me? I don't know. Would he work me out, you know? Would Mark leave a mark on my arm? I don't know.
Definitely need to get you back in there.
Yes!
So
Series
good.
2.
Yeah,
so good.
Oh,
Thank you for coming and seeing us. We loved
thank you. I'm
it.
not going yet, though.
No, don't go.
No, we're not going. We're not going. No.
We can't get rid of you ever.
No, I'm here. I had to say, we do need to get rid of these round tables. After that round table...
Oh, yes.
I don't want this round table here. Why is it here? I did talk to production.
You only sit round square tables
now. No blindfolds, though. No blindfolds. You're all right.
I don't even want... You can do your... I'm wanting...
Celebrity Traitors continues tonight at 9 o'clock on BBC One. Just having a little move
While
around
she
here.
shuffles up the furniture, let's see the loose
She doesn't do round tables.
She doesn't do round tables, Kay. She won't do round tables.
Can I say, I am gutted to see Tamika go. I was absolutely gutted to see Tamika go. And on behalf of Scotland, I apologise for Mark Bonner. Okay?
Thank you. Thank you. At least you said it to me almost in person. Bless you. But can I just say, though, Scotland is a really beautiful place. People, if you're looking to stay at home, like your staycation, go to Scotland. I'm in love with it. I am in love.
Other than Mark.
I didn't say that. I mean, it will leave a great mark on you in Scotland. Love Scotland. Love it.
That's where you don't coming up.
Oh, well, you're welcome anytime, Tamika. Well, we're talking about it too. As the celebrities start to suspect Jonathan Ross and traitors, we're asking, would you make a good traitor and could you betray a friend? Also, Dame Mary Berry's daughter, Bellsbury, tells us about teaming up with fellow loose lady Mariella. And Oscar-nominated actress Samantha Morton is going to be telling us about joining the likes of Sir Michael Caine and Alan Shearer to support a campaign very close to her heart. Plus, Kim Kardashian's controversial underwear. I know. Feminist icon or marketing ploy. See you at 12:30.
I missed quite a lot.
Thank you, Kay.
Thanks, Kay.
Now, Tamika won't leave, so you're going to take over.
Well, as I'm here, do you know what to me? Now, how does winning the trip of a lifetime to New York City and £90,000 sound? Sounds good to me. Now, here's Andy with the competition.
She's too good.
Come on.
Welcome to New York, the city that truly never sleeps. And don't you be napping, because I've got an amazing two-part prize. £90,000 and a holiday right here to the Big Apple. Oh, Empire State Building, that. £90,000 is up for grabs. But the clock is ticking as lines close at 3 p.m. this Friday. The New York holiday is for 4 people, and you'll also get VIP tickets to see Stranger Things, The First Shadow, right here on Broadway. You'll stay in a 5-star hotel, have $2,500 of spending money, plus you'll get return flights in premium economy. Now listen, it's a one-week-only competition. Lines close on Friday. £90,000 to spend on whatever you like and a holiday right here to New York. Oh, I wonder where I could shop. Good luck. For your chance to win, text PRIZE to 86060. Text costs £2 plus one standard network rate message. Go to the website or enter via the This Morning app. Entries cost £2. You can call 09077 06 6060. Calls cost £2 plus your network access charge. Or post your name and phone number to CD42, PO Box 7558, Derby, DE1 0NQ. Entrance must be 18 or over. Lines close at 3 p.m. on Friday the 17th of October. We'll be calling the winner live between 7:30 a.m. and 1:30 p.m. after all entry routes have closed. Good luck.
I think she's gone.
Yeah, maybe.
The lines close on Friday. You don't have long to enter. Up next, they've come to see Gok, and he's giving them a style dilemma. But has he been able to give Mel, Bernie and Karen the makeover of their dreams?
Have you been getting on, Sunshine?
She's not gone.
No, she's not gone.
She's not gone. Because, ladies and gentlemen, for the first time ever on the This Morning Catwalk, please make some noise for Tamika! Here she comes, modelling this season's latest trend, head-to-toe in black with some embellishment. It's all about the embroidery this season and the bright red hair. One more time, give it up for Tamika. And we've got our 3 makeover ladies in just a moment when I can get her off the catwalk.
We'll see you very soon for the results, Cece.
Welcome back. Now then, are you ready for a Gok makeover?
Amazing style starts with clean clothes. This morning fashion is sponsored by Dr. Beckman Laundry Detergent Sheets.
OK, all morning, Gok has been working his magic to give 3 of our fabulous viewers new looks.
Yeah, Bernie, Mel and Karen, I say they're all stuck in a star rut, so has Gok managed to save the day? He's here now to reveal the results.
And you can find the details of all the outfits you're about to see by scanning the QR code that's on your screen, which will take you to our free This Morning app.
You've done all the work. What have I got to do now?
Tell us how you've got
Done it.
on.
Oh, it's been amazing. It's been so good. And I also have to say, do you know when we do the before shot and you can see them all lined up? They're beautiful, exactly how they are. And makeovers are never about trying to change someone. They're about bringing out the confidence and the self-esteem and spoiling people, basically spoiling them for the day. They've had a great time downstairs. They were a little bit nervous, but now they're giddy with excitement and they're all good. So we're going to start, first off, with the beautiful Mel.
OK. Let's start with Mel. After being nominated for an MBE, Mel wanted something to wear for her day at the Palace. Now, this was her earlier. There you go.
There you go. Let's see if Gok has worked his magic. Out you come, Mel.
Here she comes.
Oh, wow.
I know, right? Look at Kat's reaction. Look at this. Look at Ben's reaction.
Ooh, oh, my goodness.
Your
hair looks fabulous. Your outfit looks incredible.
Perfect for the Palace.
It is so perfect. Now, obviously, this is all about you showing yourself off, but kind of not at the same time because you're getting awarded for all the amazing work you've done in your
Congratulations,
life.
by the way.
Exactly. So it's about you standing in that room, doing your curtsy, putting yourself in front of people, but feeling confident. So I want you to walk down there and just see how sensational and gorgeous you look, my darling. So off you go.
I like it.
Oh, fabulously understated now.
Is that a good thing?
Yeah, I'm not too sure about the shoes still.
OK, all right, OK. We can talk
Too
about
high.
that. No, that's fine, that's fine. You can walk back here.
Is
we can
that
talk
because
about
you
that.
don't walk in heels very often?
Yeah, well, I broke my foot the other year, and my big toe doesn't bend properly, so it's really sore.
We can sort all that out. But what do you think of the overall?
I love the dress,
Yeah, you love the dress.
and I like what
Perfect.
they've done with my hair.
Hair and makeup's
beautiful.
gorgeous. The dress is from Monsoon, it's £130. The bag is from ASOS at 20. Shoes from River Island at 42 that you don't like, but don't worry about that. And earrings are from New Look at £5.99. So here's the thing, right? So because you have worked with the military for the whole of your life, and in your own words, not whole of your life, but for a lot of your life, in your own words, you hang around with a lot of men, and so I would say that your everyday look is quite androgynous. Yeah, it's like about choosing something that feels that you can put yourself into that situation but still feel comfortable. Now, you're also a bit of a rock chick at heart, and the two big rock chick colours are black and purple.
Oh,
so
yeah,
this
of course.
is perfect for
It's
that.
like Ozzy Osbourne,
Of
yeah.
course, absolutely. So then we've got the gold on top of it. So I think it fits you like a glove. You don't have to wear the shoes if you don't want to. I think they look sensational, but I think this is just enough for you to show yourself off at the Palace, but also as well feel comfortable in colours that you recognise and you know.
Yeah, I wear purple anyway.
You like it already? Yeah?
Excellent.
Perfect. Well, you look gorgeous, my darling.
you.
We're going to see you in just a second. You have a little mince off down there.
Well done.
Thanks, Mel.
I'll try not to fall.
Kick off the shoes if you like,
Yeah,
love. Don't
just
worry
kick
about
them
it.
off.
And then Mel was holding the bag like I would. She was like just swinging it around. Accused it being a hammer or something like that. Okay.
Now we've got the gorgeous Bernie.
Yeah, so Bernie's a retired nurse. She hung up her uniform after 49 years working in the NHS. There she is earlier.
OK, well, has Gok succeeded?
I hope the shoes are better, Gok, by the way.
I know, so do I.
Permission. Might have to carry her.
Here
It's
she
Bernie.
comes.
She's desperate to get out.
Look at this. I mean, Bernie, I have to say, you look sensational. You are an absolute treasure to dress. First off, you've got this warm, caring sense of humour and personality. I hope that you get to see that in all of these gorgeous clothes now. This is a very special look for you. Have a little mince down there and see what you think.
Oh my God, it's not me.
I've still got a job.
There was an element of surprise there.
Oh, Bernie, you look fabulous.
You look sensational.
I love it, absolutely.
Don't
It's
you look
amazing.
gorgeous? And we've got that green on as well. We've got
I
the
love
colour,
green.
haven't we? The Emerald Isle.
Yeah.
You look stunning, right? Let's have a little walk down here and then we'll tell all of our gorgeous viewers exactly what you're wearing. So this fabulous coat is from River Island at £49. I've just slung it onto the shoulders because you're just that kind. You are that woman now. You just throw a jacket onto the shoulders. The shirt from Lipsy at £38. This incredible skirt from Monsoon at £75 and the bag from Quiz at £22.99. So this, obviously, all in one colour apart from a little bit of red in the shoes and also the gold in the earrings because it's just so sensationally smart and tonal and gorgeous. And the thing is, you've worn a uniform the whole of your life, so why not wear some glitz and glamour?
Yeah.
Why not wear, a beautiful, shiny button? All of those things. I wanted you to feel as special as I possibly could for all of your amazing service for the whole of your life, looking after all of us.
Thank you all
What do you
so
think?
much. Amazing, absolutely.
Would you wear this
amazing.
sort of colour usually?
I love the colour green, but I would have never... I don't wear skirts, as I've told you, never wear a skirt.
Look at how fabulous it is as well. It's so dramatic.
So luxurious
Yes.
as well.
What about the
Doesn't it
shoes,
look
Ben? Do you like the
expensive?
shoes?
Love the shoes.
Love the
There you
shoes.
go.
Yeah. Mob wife, I called this one.
Oh,
It's
yes.
mob wife.
It
We've got mob
is.
wife chic. Yeah.
Yes.
Right. Off you go then, Birdie. We'll
Thank
get you
you.
back in a
Thank
moment.
you.
Thank you
Thank
for
you.
coming in.
Right. Now we've got the lovely Karen.
Yes, finally we've got Karen. She desperately needed an outfit for her daughter's wedding in November. Let's see Karen. There she was earlier.
And here she is now. Come on out, Karen. Goodness.
Here we go. I know. Hollywood. Hollywood
the
glamour. So you have a November wedding coming up. It's your daughter. A winter wedding. So we had to find something which was gorgeous and opulent and fabulous. And of course, Mother of the Bride has got to stand out and look sensational. Are you ready to see yourself?
I'm not sure you are.
You've not seen any of this, have you?
No.
Right, off you go. Have a look in that mirror down there.
Oh, that's lovely. That's lovely.
Do you like
I love that.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like me.
It is
Doesn't look,
you.
I know, but look at it. It doesn't look like me.
It kind of looks like you. That's what we all
Yeah.
see. Maybe
Yeah,
you've not
I
seen it
don't.
before.
I don't.
But we've seen it.
I love it.
Gorgeous for the wedding?
Gorgeous for the wedding.
Yeah? Do you think your
Yeah.
daughter's going to like it?
I hope so.
Yeah. Come, let's walk down there and we can tell everyone.
you.
Absolutely beautiful.
Karen, can I just ask, why do you think it doesn't look like you?
Because I'm not used to seeing myself like this. I've lost nearly 6 stone in weight.
Congratulations.
Yeah, and I still shop as if I'm bigger.
Yes, we've
So,
had that with
yeah,
other ladies.
and that was the whole point of coming on, was to stop me doing that and looking at myself differently.
Yeah.
This looks different.
What, I mean,
you.
imagine how much you're going to enjoy the day
I
as
know.
well. With your
No.
daughter getting married and feeling so
Well done, God. What an outfit.
Yeah.
Pleasure. Listen, an honour to dress you. And, I've lost a lot of weight in my life as well, and I know what that feels like. But you've sometimes got to walk past that barrier and you've got to start celebrating where you are now.
Yes.
And if you're ever going to do it, you're probably the biggest and most important stage of your life is going to be the wedding of your daughter. And I think you look like a superstar. You look like a Hollywood siren.
You've done
It's
this.
perfect. I've done this, but actually, I've done very little. It's all about you, really. And there you go. And do you know what? All the details are on our app if you want them. You look stunning and you're going to have a great one.
It's a fabulous colour as well, isn't it? Autumn wedding for that sort of colour.
Yeah.
Really
It's
nice.
so beautiful.
And also, it's the word that Gok used, opulent.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Oh, dead expensive is what I
Dead
meant. Right, come on,
expensive.
girls. Come on out. Let's get you all out.
Thank you, Gok. And thank you to all our ladies
You
this
come down
morning.
here, Dad.
You look
Come down here, gorgeous.
absolutely gorgeous. Thanks to Josie and everyone in the forest, too.
Just stunning. The loose women are coming up next. Hey there, Kay.
Hey there, we're never going to compete with that glamour. They look incredible. Coming up, following a warm reunion with some of his Royal Air Force colleagues, during which he revealed that flying was his happy place. We're asking, what is your happy place? Also, our guests today are Mary Berry's daughter, Bells Berry, and Hollywood actress Samantha Morton. We will see you in just a couple of minutes. Don't miss it.
Great
Gorgeous,
stuff.
thank you.
On tomorrow's This Morning, our coupon king, Jordan Cox, is back with more unmissable deals.
Elliot Grover's proving that Wagyu steak doesn't just have to be at a table in a fancy restaurant.
And as they welcome the cameras back on their farm, Kelvin and Liz Fletcher will tell us about their new series. Have a look at these beautiful
Take
women
a look at
and young
those
got behind them.
ladies.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.
Well done.
See you later.